What's going on, everybody? It is NFL Draft Night 1. We're an hour and 15 minutes away from this sucker kicking off, and boy, am I excited. 23 viewers in the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family. This is a big night, man. The Commanders have a lot of things to do tonight. There's so many players that are going to be there, and this team cannot disappoint me tonight. Unless it's an offensive line pick, this team cannot disappoint me. There's no way the Washington Commanders disappoint me unless it is an offensive line pick, and that's why I'm excited. That is why I'm excited. Also because draft fatigue. Everyone's tired of talking about the same guys over and over and over again. We're tired of it. We're tired of talking about the same guys over and over again. Well, that ends tonight. It's over tonight. It is absolutely over tonight. And I fully trust the Washington Commanders to go out there and get a stud. There's nothing they can do that will make me upset tonight. I expect Mansour Lane. I expect Carnell Tate. I expect not an offensive lineman, but I expect those type of guys, Caleb Downs. Like, it's all the guys that we've talked about. Whoever the Washington Commanders draft tonight, I'm going to be familiar with them. I'm going to know who they are. And so it's just really not a big deal to me that I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be upset tonight. I fully expect anything from this team, again, besides an offensive lineman. I cannot stress that enough. We assume Mendoza's going 1. I assume David Bailey's going 2. Number 3 could be Love or a trade down. Number 4 could be Styles, right? If Jeremiah Love's not going yet, that could be Love there. So I think the Giants are going to take Caleb Downs. So there's a lot of things you got to watch out for, and nobody knows what's going to happen tonight. And that's the best part about it. I'm not going to be active on X tonight. I'm not going to look at X. I'm not going to refresh my feed. I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to fully react to these picks in real time. Let's get to some of these comments. Nice job bringing on the production value pre-stream, bro. Really appreciate you, my guy, Steve. I worked on that and tried to get it pretty solid. No more mock drafts. Yeah, I'm excited. No more mock drafts. No more scenarios where we're trying to get different guys to this football team. Like, no, I'm done, right? We need to get our guy now. We go O-line in the first round, you get a neck tattoo, and I'll open a vein. Yeah, so that is something I said on a video. If we do that tonight, that's exactly what I'll do. We need a safety, Buckeye. No safety since Sean Taylor. And people think, Caleb Downs is really good. So, people are really high on Caleb Downs. I personally don't think he's going to be there at 7. I really thought the whole draft process he would be there at 7, but I don't think Caleb Downs is going to be there at 7. So I don't anticipate him being there at 7. And you know what that means? That means that the Washington Commanders aren't going to have an opportunity to take him. And that sucks. So we'll see, but I don't believe Washington is going to get that opportunity. I hope they do, but I don't believe so. If they draft O-line, I want your neck tattoo to be Jerry Jones. Bet. That's happening. They're not drafting offensive line. Or Ron Rivera. Yeah, that would be hell. But I expect it to be Mansour Delane, Caleb Downs, Carnell Tate, maybe Jordan Tyson, but one of those guys. I don't think Jeremiah Love's in play. I don't think Styles is in play, but I hope those guys are. I hope they make it. But again, just don't see that happening. Don't see that being the case, to be honest with you. I just don't see that being the way this goes. Sonny Styles all the way. Yeah, I hope. If Sonny Styles is there, we know the team's they're going to select him right away. But I don't see Styles being there. I do not see Styles being there. I do not think he falls to 7. He's been in a lot of Commanders mock drafts. He was the favorite on Kalshi Sports. He was the favorite to come to the Washington Commanders tonight. So it's surprising, but in Kalshi, they're based in New York. It's mostly a sports betting market, but they had Sonny Styles. So again, that doesn't mean much. I definitely don't believe Sonny Styles would be there at 7. If he is, though, I would like the pick. It's the wild, wild East. Trades start happening and all bets are off. Yeah, you're not wrong. Trades could, I've heard the Saints could trade up, so it's going to be very interesting. But make sure y'all click that like button as you come on and click that subscribe button if you're not part of the family already on the road to 5K. Make sure you flood the comment section with all your thoughts as well. We're going to be live for the whole entire draft tonight. After the draft, I'm going to be doing my break breaking news, reaction video. Who do the Washington Commanders take? We're going to break that down after. So that's going to be very exciting. But I'm just glad we made it to the draft. I'm just glad we're here at this point, and we got an hour and 10 minutes until this sucker begins. So I'm really excited. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Let's absolutely get it. This is just going to be so exciting. Got Red Bull. No, I do not. Woke up at 5:50 this morning, so that's probably not the best. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man. So don't have anything to do tomorrow, so we're gonna be sleeping in a little bit tomorrow, and we're right back to work tomorrow. Probably have a stream for you tomorrow talking about the Commanders second round. What are they gonna do? So where I would like Carnell Tate. I feel you, right? I don't hate Carnell Tate. We heard the rumor today that Jaden Daniels, well, actually, it wasn't a rumor. Carnell Tate confirmed it himself. Jaden Daniels had DM'd Carnell Tate saying that he would hope, he hopes that the Commanders take Carnell Tate, which I think that's real, right? Again, it came out of Carnell Tate's mouth, so that's also interesting. By the BTJ for 71 in pain, unrealistic, but there's so many draft rumors. Yeah, there's a lot of draft rumors about that. I would say it'd be more like 7 in pain, not 71. If it is 71, Washington would do that all the way, but I believe it's going to be 7 if they would do that. But I don't think that's realistic. One rumor that I have heard is George Pickens being traded tonight. He did just sign his franchise tag, and that allows him to be traded. So watch for George Pickens to be traded tonight as well. That's going to heavily affect the Commanders as well, as you guys know. Make sure y'all click that like button as you head on in. Subscribe to this channel if you're not a part of the family already. Streaming the whole entire draft. Flood the comment section. Want to see what y'all have to say about tonight. But again, I mocked Mansoor Delane to us yesterday. I'm sticking with that. I think with the way the board falls, I think that the Washington Commanders won defense. So I think this all aligns for Mansoor Delane. Am I mad with that pick? Not at all. I'm not mad at all, but I believe there's better prospects. You could get a Sonny Styles. You could get a guy like Caleb Downs. But I believe with the way the board falls, Mansoor Delane is the pick. And I believe, again, the Washington Commanders want defense. We heard Tom McShay say a few days ago, the Washington Commanders are looking for defense. He feels like the pick's going to be defense. Dan Quinn wants to shore up this defense. So all the talk is about defense right now. A lot of people have mocked Carnell Tate as well. Carnell Tate's a big physical receiver. When you look into David Blau's offense and you kind of look at what David Blau could bring into this room, and David Blau could possibly want for this Commanders offense, he wants a big physical receiver. Just looking at what David Blau could possibly want, he wants a bigger physical receiver. So to me, that's Carnell Tate. I believe Carnell Tate could be the pick just for that reason, looking into David Blau's offense. As BY said, it is mic'd up. It could be, it's good to be young. My all-nighter days ended. Well, a while ago. I feel you, Steve. You know, after the Commanders pick, you might be out, and that's okay. And that's okay. But you do whatever you want, right? I'm good with Delane. I am good with Delane as well. You have enough Red Bull to go to 5 a.m. when we take Jeremiah Love. I'm going to 5 a.m. if we take Jeremiah Love. So one of the things that I said in my latest video was, I'm going to 5 a.m. I might go to the next draft night. I might go to Friday draft night. If we draft Jeremiah Love and he's there at 7, I'm going to Friday night. I'll stay on the same stream. I'm going to Friday night. I'm just playing, but that's how excited I'd be if we take Jeremiah Love. Not my first pick, but like you said, it all depends on how the board falls. I'll be fine with a mirror image of Amos. Yeah, and again, I think Delane is undervalued because people just see him as the cornerback in the draft, the best cornerback in the draft. But when you look at it, Mansoor Delane is the guy that he could come in and be an all-pro, right? He could just be a really, really freaking good corner. And that's what I like about him, right? I'll be back when the draft starts. All right, my guy. I hope to see you there. Definitely defense. Yeah, I wouldn't say definitely defense. The biggest need on the team is a wide receiver after all. But yeah, I could definitely see defense, right? It feels like the pick's going to be defense at this point. Let's see the jersey. Okay. So this is the Hellraiser. So I got a number 2 jersey. And I customized it. I put my channel name. There it is. This thing is tough. This thing is smoke. Like, this is heat. And I put my channel name on the back, so it's really solid. It looks really good. So I love it. I'm pleased with it. It came a day before the draft, so I love it, man. Make sure y'all click that like button, click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already. So we need defense. Yeah, we could use defense. You know, I think defense is more of shoring this defense up. Defense, a defensive pick would be shoring this defense up, but offense it feels like more of a need. Offense feels like more of a need to me. So we'll see what Washington ultimately decides to take, but it's going to be interesting, man. The Diamis dog. Yeah. Yep. Who's going to be this year's surprise slide? You could see Ruben Bain, right? With all the concerns about him, you could see Ruben Bain. By the way, Connor, the draft starts at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So we got about an hour and 4 minutes left. Okay. Surprise slide. That's interesting. I could see that being a Ruben Bain. As far as the guys that I project in the top 10, like I don't really see anybody falling majorly. I could see Jermod McCoy falling just because of his injuries. I could see Jermod McCoy not going in that top 15 area. So I would say Jermod McCoy would kind of be like a Will Johnson from last year, one of those surprise slide guys. I could see that happening. I'd be so good to have a lockdown corner. Amos and Delane would scary, especially with the blitz and pass rush packages. And I hate when people tell me, like, I hate when people say, oh, we don't need a cornerback. Durante Jones' scheme doesn't involve cornerbacks. Durante Jones' scheme, you don't need a cornerback in Durante Jones' scheme. No, shut up. I'm tired of having no cornerbacks and cornerbacks that are not good. Cornerbacks that are getting absolutely smoked by. I am tired of it. I'm tired of it. So when you tell me that we don't need a cornerback, you're lying. I don't care what the scheme is. We need cornerbacks to face the wide receivers in not only this division, but the entire NFL. So if we select Mansour Lane, absolutely I'd be healthy. Or absolutely I'd be happy. Sorry. Man, Delane, let's go at 7. Again, I mocked him yesterday. I hope that's the case. We'll see. Chances of a trade back, I'd say it's in that 20% range, 15 to 20%. I don't think it's likely. Even Adam Peters said in his pre-draft presser last week that he doesn't feel like a trade back's likely. He thinks they're going to stick and pick. So I feel like the chances of a trade back are slim. They're slim, but if it could happen, right? There are teams looking to move up. The Rams are looking to move up for Jordan Tyson, a guy like that. So we'll see, but I would say in that 15 to 20% range. I don't think the chances are very high right now, which I don't like. I love to trade back because I think the board's going to fall in a place where if you pick at 7, you're not really maximizing that pick. Like a Mansour Lane, to me, that doesn't maximize the pick. Carnell Tate, that doesn't maximize the pick. So I feel like I would want to trade back with the way this board's going to fall. But again, we don't know the way it's going to fall. Jeremiah Love could be sitting there. Sonny Styles could be sitting there, and I'm taking that. Defense. So y'all want to draft a superstar quarterback and watch him take us to a championship game and then fail to get him a weapon. Wide receiver Jordan Tyson is the only pick. Let's go AP. And I also see that argument. I love that argument. By the way, guys, we got some new viewers in here. Make sure y'all smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already on the road to 5K. Really appreciate y'all for joining me tonight. We're an hour away from the 2026 NFL draft. We're live through the whole draft. So I love Jordan Tyson. If he's the pick, I'm great with it. Besides the injury concerns, I'm great with it. So I feel you. Let's see if Tyson stays where he's currently at. Injury history may set in when it's time to make the pick. Will he be the mystery slide? I don't think Tyson's going to be the mystery slide just based off the reports that we've heard. I don't think Tyson's going to be the slide, but we'll see. I don't think he's going to be the slide. Feels like there might be a surprise. Maybe. I want an offensive weapon for Jaden, and I do too. Jaden clearly wants one as well. Jaden clearly wants an offensive weapon for himself as well because he literally DM'd Carnell Tate and said, I hope we take you. So he wants that as well. This defense allowed more yards than any defense in the league, most of which was by air. They clearly need cornerbacks and safety. Yep, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Cornerback, safety. I'm tired of getting smoked by wide receivers. I'm tired of it. We need to shore up this secondary. So if we get Mansour Lane, I would not be mad. But I feel like there's bigger needs on this team as well. We got 71 in the chat. Make sure y'all click that like button. Click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already. We are at 4,798 subscribers. We need two more y'all to subscribe to reach that 4.8K. What's up? How's it going, my guy? It's been a long time, Lil C. White. We're back to these streams with the live reactions. I really love it. Mansour Lane, out him up with Trey Amos. First of all, I really appreciate you, Big E, for being a member of the channel. Appreciate you. Mansour Lane, out him up with Trey Amos. Yeah, pair him up with Trey Amos. That's a fire duo. So I would love that. I'd be such a Giants. It'd be such a Giants move to get Tyson. That MetLife turf will feast. They could do that at 5, or if he's there at 10, they could do that at 10. So they're gonna have a shot, and I feel like Jordan Tyson is likely to go to the New York Giants. That's what we've been hearing. For the new viewers, subscribing is free. Please help the channel out. Really appreciate you, my guy Steve, for the PSA. As always, Steve is one of the best in the comment section, if not the best in the comment section. Really appreciate you. Seen Ricky Scoops put out the Cowboys are looking to trade up tonight to get a receiver. I saw that. Not sure if I trust the source, but we'll see. And George Pickens, how it makes sense. If they're about to trade George Pickens, which it looks like they are because he signed his franchise tag, and that would make sense. So hoping Downs, and if possible, make a trade to land Brian Thomas Jr. Keep killing it, Carter. Again, really appreciate you, Brandon. But yeah, BTJ, hey, man. BTJ could be trade bait for tonight. That is the report that we had heard, is BTJ could be trade bait for tonight. So we'll see what happens. But if the Washington Commanders were to get Brian Thomas Jr., I'd be absolutely stoked. So we'll see what happens, man. It's time. Yes, sir, it is. No more mock drafts. No more player fatigue. No more draft fatigue. It is time. Tyson to injured prone for my liking, and I get that. And I that's totally valid for you to feel that way, that he's too injury prone. I totally get that, man, because he's had a lot of injuries. He's dealt with a lot of things, but Tyson could ultimately go top 5. A lot of teams are high on him. A lot of teams feel like Jordan Tyson, they're not even worried. They feel like he's the best receiver in the class. So I have a strong feeling we're drafting Tate or Delane. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mocked Delane yesterday, so I feel like Tate or Delane is probably you're in the range of the guys that we're going to select. I think the Rams are going to trade up. Hopefully they trade up with us. I would love that. Again, it depends on how the board falls, but hopefully they trade up with us. If I am picturing the board the way that I think it's going to be, then I hope we trade down. Watch us draft Kenyon Sadiq, Chig, and Kenyon. That'd be a fire duo, but you just can't do that. You just can't do that. I think Kenyon Sadiq goes to the Baltimore Ravens. I see Kenyon Sadiq going to the Baltimore Ravens, but get Lamar, a great tight end, but I don't see Kenyon Sadiq to Washington. That's not going to happen. Brian Baldinger from NFL Network said he wouldn't be surprised if Washington trades up to get Jeremiah Love. I saw that. Nothing slips past me. I saw Brian Baldinger say that, which I thought was interesting. I don't really know how to react to that, because my question is, what do we have to trade? What picks do we have to trade? Right? For me, I just don't get it. What picks do we have to trade? How are we going to trade up? We already, as it is, have 6 picks in this draft. How are we going to trade up? I just don't see it, man. I would do very good stuff in my room at night if we get Love. Hey, yo, chill, Connor. No criticism here, but what do they have to trade with? Exactly. That's what I just said. With what draft capital? It's what I just said. Yeah, exactly. You guys are right. I'm hoping for Styles. He can cover tight end and running back, and he has the speed to go sideline to sideline to tackle the runner. He can blitz the quarterback as well. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. I feel like Downs is could be a great player in this league. I feel like he's undervalued, and sometimes I myself undervalue Downs because he's just really freaking good at his position, right? So I like Downs a lot. I would love to get Styles or Love, but I don't think they'll be at 7. Yeah, I don't. So if it's Styles and Love sitting at 7, which again, it won't be. Don't get delusional here, right? But if it is Styles and Love sitting in there at 7, they're going to take Styles over him. But yeah, I'm just asking for one of those guys to be there, right? Made it just in time. Draft ready from Hawaii. Let's go. Wow, Wayne, you're from Hawaii. Hopefully you have a great night out there, man. Thank you for tuning in. Then Bates, Sinnott, and Yankoff need to go off because one dynamic tight end ain't enough. I think we're good at the tight end position, right? I think personally we're good, but we'll see what they do. I mean, I feel like we're good at the tight end position right now. Brian on some Ricky Williams stuff. I did not get that report. Like I just had why are you reporting that, man? And again, you're not gonna make me think that's actually gonna happen when all these people are reporting different things and AP himself says everybody's lying. I'm not gonna believe that. So yeah, he is. They have nothing to trade with unless AP feels like they aren't going to get a superstar in next draft because they will be a playoff team and trade capital next year. Yeah, I agree with that. And again, I wouldn't even look at the possibility of trading up. That's not going to happen. But yeah, I hear you. Big E, thank you for being a member, as always. Regards 6 picks or not, I think Washington sets themselves up with the free agent moves in a sense where they can let the board come to them if they can't trade out. Me, the draft starts with Arizona. Yeah. So I have Mendoza and I have Bailey going 1-2. So that's my top 2. After that, I feel you. The draft starts because Jeremiah Love could go to the Cardinals or they could trade down. So the draft starts there for me as well. I hear you. And Washington has definitely had a great free agency. They definitely set themselves up well. So I hear you. Do you have any hate watch players you don't want to land with the NFC foes? For me, no love to the Giants. Agree with that. No downs to the Cowboys. Agree with that. No Sadiq to the Eagles. For sure. I don't want Jordan Tyson to go to any of our teams, although I feel that's likely. With the Giants, I don't want Downs to go to the Giants. Again, feel like that's likely to happen. I want an offensive lineman. If I had to pick for anyone, I want an offensive lineman for the Giants. And I think that's going to happen at 10, most likely. But yeah, I do have a lot of hate watch players. No Jeremiah Love to any of the division. No Jeremiah Love. No Tyson. No Tyson. I can't stand that. No Tyson. And preferably no Styles, but we'll see what happens. So make the draft starts with Arizona. We'll know a lot what happens with that number 3 pick. Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you. I feel you. I'm happy with Love, Styles, Delane, or Tyson. Massively disappointed if we get Downs or Tate, just in my opinion. Yeah, I'm happy with Love. I'm happy with Styles. I'm happy with Delane. And I'm happy with Tyson. Downs, I'm not disappointed. Downs is a freaking awesome player. And Tate, I'm not disappointed whatsoever. So, but I do agree mostly with you. We got 78 viewers in here. Make sure y'all click that like button. We'll be live all night. Make sure you click that subscribe button. On the road to 5,000. We're 200 subscribers away. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already. Thank you for tuning in. Trades are a little tougher, especially with the big, with time being less for teams. Exactly. Like trades are just so hard, man. Trades are just so hard to make. Like I want Washington to trade back. I want them to try to find partners to trade back with, but trades are just so like, they're just so hard to come by, so I just don't see a trade happening for Washington. Again, I hope it happens, but I just do not see that happening. Do the Cards actually go Ty Simpson instead of a ready-made stud at 3? Am I high? No, you are not high. Ty Simpson is going to the Cardinals tonight. That's one of my bold predictions. Ty Simpson will go to the Cardinals tonight. It may not be at 3, but they're going to trade up and they'll get Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson is going to the Cardinals tonight. It just depends on where. Maybe it's at 3. There's a chance for that. Or they could trade up to like 18, 17, try to get Ty Simpson. Do you think we can trade Payne for more picks? And I hope A.J. Brown gets traded. So 1, for sure, A.J. Brown's getting traded. We can knock that out of the comment. That's definitely happening. 2, Payne could be traded tonight. We don't know. I would say probably not, but for sure, for draft picks, yeah, he could definitely be traded. Because I always tell people Tim Settle is a guy that could come in and start right away beside Javon Kinlaw. So I think Styles is going at 5. Okay. Love going at 4. Okay. Pending other teams moving up. With that being said, getting either Delane, Downs, or Tyson would make it a good night. Exactly. Like, I just don't see this being a disappointing night. For me, it's just there's nothing this team can do to really disappoint me. There's nothing they can do to really disappoint me. Right? I just don't see this team disappointing me tonight. And that's a great feeling to have. Watch us trade with that 7th for 2 second round and a 4th round tonight. No, I would say more of a trade back scenario would be trade 7 for 13, 14, 15, maybe 11, maybe 10. And we would trade for that. And we would still pick in the first round. That's what AP wants. He still wants to pick in the first round. We're not fully moving out of the first round if we trade back. I'd be shocked if it is Tate. Not sure about his yak yards. I would not be shocked if it's Tate. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do not be shocked if it is Tate. Please do not be shocked if it is Tate, because that is very likely. And there's a lot of people that are plugged in that have mocked him to Washington. So do not be surprised. I feel like if Lawrence is worth 10, Payne should at least be worth a third in this draft. I agree with that. I totally agree. I feel like that fourth or third round, like, I don't know, man. Third rounder, is that a stretch? I feel like definitely a fourth rounder. I don't want to trade him unless our season looks tanked at the trade deadline. Yeah, and that's what I said last year. Last year I said trade Payne, get more draft picks so we could be happier tonight. But they didn't do it. So I hear you. Watch we get AJ Brown. No, he's going to the Patriots. That is confirmed. He's going to the Patriots post June 1st. So the draft is here, y'all, man. I'm so excited. What a night this is going to be. And just all this talk about what could be happening tonight. And we're finally going to get to see it play out. So it's going to be so awesome. Latest draft rumors. Again, Brian Baldinger said we could trade up, which is very surprising. Other than that, there's not much. There's not much that's really has come out. Cornerback Mansour Delane, he was joined by Scott Abraham, Commanders beat reporter. He said he's ready to hear his name called, and he said, he could be joining the Commanders. So we're 1 hour away, man, and it's gonna be awesome. A few things to watch: Daron Payne. Don't think it's gonna happen, but watch Daron Payne, and then watch George Pickens. That feels like it's going to happen tonight. So, because he just signed his franchise tag. He just signed it. So that means he can be traded. Also, teams have been calling the Texans with trade interest in Nico Collins. So also watch out for Houston wide receiver Nico Collins. Teams have been calling about Nico Collins. Could that have been the Washington Commanders? Our biggest need is wide receiver. So who knows? AJ Brown is a headache. We don't need him. Yeah, we're not going to get him. He's going to the Patriots. So I'm not worried. I think we stay and get Styles. By the way, guys, super chats go first. Any super chats are greatly appreciated. Super chats come first, and super chats are read first, and they keep this channel moving. And make sure y'all click the like button. Subscribe if you're not a part of the family already. 200 away from 5K. But let's get back to the comment section. I think we stay and get Styles. If Styles is there, that's great. But I don't think Styles is going to be there. I do think we stay, though. Can't believe Baldy would say that we trade up knowing we are with trade capital. Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't get it. It makes no sense. We're not trading up. We can't. We don't have the capital. I wish, but we can't. We don't have the capital. I would be disappointed with Tate. He's a 2A, 2B guy. I want a 1A at that pick. It's pick 7, and you have 1A guys there, aka blue chip guys. I feel like the hate on Tate, though, is like, it's not justified because Tate just kind of falls in line. We've been talking about how undervalued this draft is and how the draft is not like a traditional draft. It's not, the talent isn't necessarily there this year. Tate just kind of falls into line. And when you need a wide receiver, you almost got to look at a guy like that, right? So, but I hear you, man. A lot of people, he's been a wide receiver too his whole life. So I hear you. Nico, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting, man. The betting odds for Love going fourth changed from minus 135 to plus 165. Wow, that's crazy. Wonder what has changed. Wonder what has changed. That's wild. I did not expect that. Commanders Wiz, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for your support, and thank you for kicking off the first super chat of the night. We'll be live all night, so really appreciate you for your generosity. He writes, I'm praying for Love to fall at 7. Man, I'm praying, dude. I'm praying for Jeremiah Love to fall at 7. And that we'd be throwing up hearts. We'd be doing everything. We'd be doing everything. I would buy that Love jersey tonight. If they had it on there, shoot, I'd customize it. Get a random number. I don't care. I buy the Love merch tonight because that's how high I am on Jeremiah Love. I love Jeremiah Love, right? That's just a player that I'm so high on, man. And I really want him to be there. But it's just hard for me to see Jeremiah Love being there. But man, I really, really hope that Jeremiah Love is there. I am praying that Jeremiah Love is there. But we'll see. We just got to wait and let this thing play out. Sadly, I don't think it's going to be Jeremiah Love. But please, man, please. If Styles is there, they're going to pick him. But they're going to pick Styles over Love. But if Love is there and Styles isn't, that's the pick, man. That's the pick. So if Styles and Tate are there, who would you rather have? I'd rather have this Styles all day. Styles. I think that's more of a maximizing the 7th pick. I think you're maximizing the 7th pick if you take Styles. So I really don't think Washington is taking Tate. I mean, you just got a Lemon that can get yards in a hurry to me. Tate just don't make sense. But like you said, who knows? Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? At the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, Makai Lemon, though, again, I talked about David Blau's offense. David Blau could look at a Makai Lemon and say that could be the next Amon-Ra St. Brown, sure, but he wants a bigger physical receiver, in my opinion. And that's Carnell Tate. That's Carnell Tate. Nobody knows. Facts. About that time, Big Chief. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love is bound to be a bust. I can see it. I can't. That's a guy that comes in day one and gets you 60 to 70 receptions. So I can't see it, but we'll see. Man, yak yardage, yes. Yeah. Hopefully Love falls. Running backs usually slide in the draft. I hope, but I don't know. We got 86 in the chat. Make sure y'all click that like button if you're just coming in. Click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already. Trying to hit 5K subscribers really soon. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. It's free and it takes 2 seconds. We're here all night for the NFL draft, baby. Washington Commanders are up on the clock at 7, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be awesome. We've been waiting so long for this. I cannot wait any longer. Yeah, I don't see Love falling, but you're right. You know, running backs do kind of typically fall. Need a Pro Bowl caliber player at 7. Yeah, and that's what you try to aim for sure. So it's Styles, Downs, or Tate, right? I would take Styles out of there. It's Downs, it's Tate, it's Delane, Ruben Bain. As much as we hate to throw his name in the conversation, they're all there. But I don't think Styles or Love is there, sadly. I believe to help JD5 you improve your defense, so we are not playing from behind. Would I be happy with Love? Hell yeah. But like you said, I don't think Washington can piss me off tonight. Exactly. The best part about this draft, we're at 7. You're going to get a stud either way. So I don't think Washington can piss me off unless if Washington trades back to farther than the top 15, that's when they're going to piss me off. But otherwise, or if they take an offensive lineman. But otherwise, nothing can piss me off. So I think Rams trade up and take Lemon at 5. They like Lemon. I see Makai Lemon going to the Rams. I could also see Jordan Tyson going to the Rams if they trade up for him. So I think trading up for Jordan Tyson is more likely for the Rams. I don't think Makai Lemon. Who you want? I want Jeremiah Love. I want Sonny Styles. Those are my top 2 that I would like to see, but I don't know. I feel like those guys aren't going to be there. As I've said, Lemon is better after the catch than Tate for sure. And, Lemon is an undersized guy though, right? Again, I think we want a big physical receiver in a David Blau offense. I say they trade it to Jacksonville for that stud dude, or trade to Miami and pick up a 1 and 2nd. Yeah, I hear you, right? For me, I'd love to get BTJ, but I just feel like for this team, it's probably better overall to not give up the 7th pick, and it's probably better to pick your own guy, because Brian Thomas Jr. You're going to have to pick up his 5th-year option next year, and you're going to have to do a lot of things that I just don't feel AP would like to do. So, and that's more money as well. So I don't know. I like JT over Love for a top pick. Okay. Genty was great last year. I'd like for anyone to trade up to 5 to take a pick away from the Giants. Yeah, the Giants are going to be smart, right? One thing about the Giants is they're not just going to let a team, they're not going to let a team trade with them, and they're not just going to move back if they don't think it's the right deal. So we'll see what happens, right? I don't think I could see a team trading up before the Giants, but are they going to take the player the Giants want? I don't know. I think Caleb Downs, the Giants at 5. Just for the record, my top 2 are Love and Styles. Okay. So I think the Commanders in their board, we know the Commanders in their board, Styles is a number 1. But I think number 2 on the Commanders board is Jeremiah Love. So my board is Love and then Styles. The Commanders board is Styles and then Love, and your board is Love and Styles. So I like that. I like that a lot. I think we're right on the dot there. But one thing I also said at the start of the stream, I will not be on X tonight. I will not be on X. I will not be looking, because I know the dudes are going to tip the picks. These are going to be my full, live, real, raw reactions. That's what it's going to be all night. So I'm very excited to get active, get to it. And again, nobody knows what's going to happen. So it's going to be a fun night here. And we are almost there at the NFL draft. It's, I still feel like Mansour Lane's the pick. Nothing has changed my mind yet, but there could be guys sitting there on the board. Like, how would you feel if Love is on the board? Like, if Love is sitting there on the board, if he's sitting there on the board, that's the golden opportunity. You sprint the card in. You sprint the card in. And I have really gotten sad when thinking about the draft because I feel like it's going to be a guy that is going to be good in this league, but not great. What if a great player falls to us at 7? That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm really hoping for. Hope they trade for more picks. Yeah, I'm again, if the board falls the way I think it's going to fall, then I hope they trade back. If it's Delane sitting there, if it's Bane sitting there, Bane and Delane and Tate, if those guys are all sitting there, I'd rather trade back. I'd rather trade back and pick up a player at 13, 14, wherever we trade back to. You can get receivers all day, 2 and 3. Check out those Indiana receivers, Tennessee receivers. Yeah, Chris Brazzell, Elijah Surratt. You can get an impact receiver day 2 or 3 or trade Payne for Pickens. I agree with that. And we're not trading Payne for Pickens, but yeah. Would not be shocked if KC tries to move up to get Delane. They lost a bunch of cornerbacks. Do I think it'll happen? No, but I'd imagine they'd be aggressive. Yeah, the Chiefs are one of the teams that are going to try to trade up. I believe the Chiefs are going to try to be aggressive in trading up. I believe the Cowboys are going to be trying to be aggressive in trading up. I think the Cowboys are probably going to try to trade up for a guy like Styles or Downs. They're going to try to fix their defense up a little bit. So I could see that happening as well. But I hear you. And I feel like that could definitely happen. If the Chiefs would trade up. Like, I don't think the Chiefs would trade up for Delane, but they may trade up for somebody else. I think the Chiefs are going to take Ruben Bain Jr. ultimately, with how the board is going to fall. Cowboys probably trading up to get Styles. I hope not. I hope not, because it would be awful, right? It would be awful to see the Cowboys get a guy like Styles. He's such a great player. He's such an athletic freak, and it would be awful to see the Cowboys get a guy like Styles. So I hope that I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on what happens. But yeah, so I hope they don't trade up for Styles, but again, could see it happening for sure. So I think the Chiefs trade up for Bain 3 or 6. No, they're not. I don't think anybody's trading up for Ruben Bain. I don't think anybody's trading up for Ruben Bain. I think the Chiefs, their plan is probably, if Ruben Bain is there at 9, we'll take him. We don't like anyone else better, but I don't think they're going to trade up for Bain. I don't see that happening. Who are the Eagles going to fleece tonight? Yeah, they're going to try to fleece someone. They're starting at 23. They have a lot of picks in this draft. They're going to try to fleece someone for sure, evidently. And it's not going to be any in-division team. That's not likely. So who does it come down to? Who are they going to try to fleece, right? That's going to be the biggest thing, is we'll see who they try and fleece. But who does it come down to for me? Make sure y'all click that like button. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. Every single subscriber matters and is appreciated on this channel. We're trying to get to 5K. So make sure y'all click that subscribe button. If you're not joined to the family already, make sure you click that like button if you're just heading in. And so this is the NFL draft. And the latest is that George Pickens could be traded. The latest on the Commanders is that we're probably going to stick and pick, and it's probably going to be a Mansour Delane or a Carnell Tate. That's probably who it's going to be. Also, per Jeremy Fowler, the Eagles, Titans, and Browns are among teams that have had pre-draft discussions with teams about possible move-ups into late round 1. So there we go. Who are the Eagles going to fleece tonight? Well, the Eagles are already trying to move up. There you go. Some of that could prove simple due diligence, but noteworthy nonetheless. Yeah, so that's due diligence, but it could still happen, right? And so that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting as well. Let's see. Mike Vrabel was supposed to speak. I wanted to see that, but obviously I had to get on stream. So, but yeah. So all the players are at the draft. Everybody's at the draft. It's going to be fun. I'm good off T-Rex Bane. Yeah, for me, it's just too much of a concern. His arm length, it's just too much of a concern for me. And sadly, I hate to say that about a guy, right? But his arms are just too much of a concern for me. And then also the driving stuff. I feel like AP is going to, or AP and DQ, they want their commander tag guys. And that to me just doesn't represent a commander tag guy. So I don't see Ruben Bain being the pick. But I do see him being there at 7, but I don't see him being the pick. If he goes before 7, I'm going to jump up and down. I'm ready for this surprise, man. I'm ready for the surprise in the 7. Something's going to happen that we don't expect to happen. Whether that's Ty Simpson to the Cardinals, like something's going to happen that we don't expect to happen. If we go wide receiver at 7, I'd prefer Tate. I'd prefer Tate as well because that's a safer guy. He doesn't drop a lot of passes. He can beat you deep. He doesn't get injured. So I'd prefer him as well. But Jordan Tyson, I think, has the higher ceiling than Cornell Tate. But you kind of know what you're getting in Tate, right? So I'd rather swing for the fences at 7, but swinging for the fences could result in injuries. So certified hail raiser is here. Yes, sir. We got the jersey on, man. We need a wide receiver and could use a solid center. I feel that that'll happen. They're going to draft a center at some point. I would say 147, 187, which obviously won't be happening tonight. I hope that they draft one at 147, 187, around that area, but not at 71. Definitely not at 7. Definitely not at 7. What is y'all's reaction if the Commanders select Ione at 7 or Spencer Fano or Monroe Freeling? What is y'all's reaction if we take an offensive lineman? I'm ending the stream. No, never mind. That's a lie. I love to get my opinions off. I love to ramble. So I'm not ending the stream. But I'd be so pissed. Again, that's the only thing that can make me mad tonight. That's the only thing. Report came through saying Washington's favorite to draft Tate. It's breaking news. Again, a lot of things come out like that. Not really worried. But yeah, so I think Tate, I think we would draft Tate if he's there. I don't know if he makes it there. If the Eagles got Bain, we'd be mad. Yeah, because they're not supposed to get him. They're at 23. Tate will be a bust. Terrible pick. Trade down or draft Delane. I don't think Tate will be a bust. I think he's going to be a good player in the NFL. Maybe not great, but I think he's going to be a good player. Come on, guys. Support Carter. Subscribe. He's a good guy. Again, subscribing is free. Really appreciate you, Kathy, for that. Like I said, we draft O-line in the first. I hope it event. Yes, sir. I mean, that's we're not drafting offensive line. So I'm going to try my best to keep that out of the air until we're done at 7. Players fall every year. Enjoy the draft. Yeah, it's going to be, that's the thing. It's going to be wild because players fall every year. Players absolutely fall every year. Things happen that aren't supposed to happen every year. So I expect something surprise to happen. We get off that. Facts. If we take any offensive lineman in the first round, this draft is a flop. Yeah, then it's and again, if we're thinking like this, AP knows that that he's not going to do that. That he doesn't want to do that. So that's not going to happen again. But yeah, I agree with you. That's not how you want to start off. You have so many needs. You have so many things that you want to do. That's not the way you start the draft off at all. So, yeah, that's not what you want to do whatsoever. But yeah, we're not gonna take offensive line. So I don't even want to keep throwing that out there either. So let's see. Tate is too slow. Tate has his speed's fine. I mean, I feel you, right? His speed's fine, but it's not electric, right? It would show incredibly bad judgment to do that, but AP won't. I agree. Take care. Time for me to ride home after work. Draft time. Yes, sir. Have a safe trip home. Make sure you enjoy the draft, man. What are the Giants doing at 5? If Love, Downs, and Styles are on the board, they're gonna go Downs. I would say in that scenario, I would say they go Downs. I think it's pretty known at this point that they're gonna go Downs. But I don't think. I think one of those guys, Love and Styles, will be off the board by that point. But I think they're going to go with Downs in that case. And Downs posting a picture of him and Cam Scatterbo on them together. So I think that's pretty telling as well. Subscribe. He's one of the best NFL content creators. Again, really appreciate you, Ellen, man. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you for that. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button on the road to 5K. 30 minutes away. Yes, sir. We've been waiting for this for so long. All day, the draft has controlled my mind. I haven't been able to get my mind off the draft. And I've been thinking about different scenarios for the Washington Commanders. And it's finally time. 30 minutes away. So, we are absolutely going to turn up tonight. And it's going to be a good pick. I'm feeling a good pick. Let's see. Jordan Tyson, Pete Thamel believes Arizona wide receiver Jordan Tyson will be drafted between picks 5 and 10. So 5 and 10, that's going to obviously start with the Giants. 10 is going to end with the Giants as well. So Tyson, watch him to go through that 5 to 10 area. Uh, Arvell Reese, new smoke of him going to the Jets. That could happen as well. So, wow. There's a lot of things, man. A lot of things. This is really getting interesting. And with the 7th pick, the Washington Commanders draft Diego Pavia, quarterback. Oh man, that's a guy that he's not gonna get drafted, but I feel like he kind of reminds me of a Taylor Heineke, like an undersized guy. So, what's going on, my guy? How you doing, man? It is draft night, folks. It is draft night, and the Washington Commanders pick at number 7. Last year at this time, we were just, waiting till 29. We were waiting so long. But we're here. We've made it to the NFL draft. We are absolutely here. Let's draft Sam Hartman. Yeah, I don't think we have to draft him. But or are you saying Diego Pavia is the next Sam Hartman? Because I think that's probably what you're saying. Yeah. No, he's not getting drafted. But yeah. A lot of actually people have talked about the Commanders going quarterback in the late rounds of the draft. That's funny. Wherever we do, we have a solid squad this year, playoff contender no less. I hope so. And Jaden Daniels is going to have to stay healthy for that to happen. But I agree. I think playoff contender. If Jaden stays healthy, this roster is good enough, and this roster set us up to take BPA in this draft. So I'm very excited. Please say O-line is picked before us, for we have more pick opportunities. Yes, that's been the dream the whole time. The dream this whole time was to have 2 offensive line picks in front of us, but I don't know if that's going to happen now, because I thought the Giants at 5 were going to go with an offensive lineman, but now they have number 10, and they can just get an offensive lineman at number 10. That was what was so bad about that Dexter Lawrence trade. So we'll see. We will see, but it sucked to see that Dexter Lawrence trade because of that reason. We wanted more offensive linemen to go. Either way, if 2 offensive linemen go, that's going to leave at least 1 superstar on the board. It's going to leave at least 1 superstar guy on the board that we really, really want. Hopefully it's a Styles or Love. If Styles or Love sitting there on the board, man, I'm going to be so hyped. I sort of am excited about preseason games to see if our depth has improved. Sure, I'm always hyped for preseason games. First of all, that's the start of the year. But second off, you just feel good, right? You feel good, new season, and I feel like our depth will be improved by that point. I like the roster right now. I like the depth right now. So, yeah, I feel like our roster will be improved by that point. So I like it. I'm excited. Let's see. Mike Vrabel live press conference. He did a live press conference tonight after all that it came out. Wow. It's crazy. George Pickens or Jordan Addison? No. We're not getting George Pickens. We're not getting Jordan Addison, sadly. So we'll see. But yeah, George Pickens could be getting traded tonight. He just signed his franchise tag, but he's not expected to be traded by the Cowboys. He's not expected to be traded. That's what I just saw. Had an NFL N-word comparison of Tate and JSN. The difference in overall yardage and TDs was significant. JSN is 1. Tate so far is no more than 2 at best. Still, I'll be okay if that's the pick. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Taking a quarterback in the late rounds is always okay because we can develop him and trade for a higher pick in a few years. Yeah, that's what the good teams usually take a quarterback in the late rounds. So yeah, I hear that. Patriots will be doing every unethical ever to win. Yeah, facts. Hello, everyone. When will the new schedule be put? May 13th. So I'll be live streaming that as well. I'll be live streaming the schedule release as well. Yeah, I mean, I hope you didn't mean N-word, but I took it as NFL Network. So you're good. I'm surprised that Mendoza is not at the draft. He's not at the draft because he wanted to spend time with his family. So you can't hate a man for spending time with his mom, with his parents. So damn, that's my birthday. Yeah, May 13th. Happy early birthday, man. That's coming up. That is coming up. Yeah, May 13th. So I'll be excited for the schedule release, man. I'll be very excited to see what happens there. Be very excited to see what happens in the schedule release, see who we're playing, get the schedule out. And so, yeah, I'll be excited for that. But Right now, we are about 25 minutes away from the NFL draft starting. I'm hype. I'm excited. I'm not nervous. Normally around this time, I start to get a little bit nervous, but I'm not really that nervous right now for the draft yet. So, got the draft hat on, got the Hellraiser jersey on. This thing's clean, man. So, we're feeling good. Me and Stevie Wonder, I'm in good company. Not as the passenger in the car, but yeah, yeah. So, what do y'all think Washington is doing? Final predictions. Again, I think Mansour Delane. I think Mansour Delane. I think the board's going to fall and it's going to have us selecting Mansour Delane. So that is what I see happening. With all that chatter of McLaurin being traded next year due to money, I hope Washington doesn't make a hasty decision to find a replacement. So honestly, bro, people have been talking about McLaurin being released, not even traded. So that's what's interesting about it. So I don't. You might be going a bit too far with the trade. I think people have just been talking about Terry McLaurin being released. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting for sure to see what happens. But that's next year. We don't have to worry about that right now. But yes, the replacement. We needed Terry McLaurin's successor. Who do you think cries first? Mendoza. Mendoza's a very emotional guy. I think he cries first. So, and that's the first pick in the draft. So. After today, I will be watching that Mike Vrabel press conference because that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting to see what he has to say. I'm really intrigued to see what Vrabel has to say after the new stuff came out today. But we're not going to talk about that. That didn't really relate to the Commanders. So, but yeah. So we are almost 20 minutes away from the draft starting. 2026 NFL draft. Mendoza goes 2. I think Mendoza goes 1. I think Bailey goes 2. I think something's going to happen. Surprise. I think Ty Simpson could go 3, to be honest with you. That may be a hot take, but I think Ty Simpson could go 3. I think Ty Simpson could easily go 3. But I think the more likely thing would be the Cardinals take a player, they trade back in, get Ty Simpson. All I know is that they're getting Ty Simpson. So I just watched parts of the Vrabel press conference talk about awkward. So can you break that down a little bit? Because I'm curious, man. I'm a lurker, so I got to see that. AP says we're not picking out of need, but I think we are. That's why I think Delane at cornerback, possibly Tate, Hurst, or Cooper at wide receiver, and then we'll see. Yeah, so that's what I think they're going to take cornerback, wide receiver. I think Delane, and they could go somebody at 71 that's a wide receiver. So we'll see. But yeah, they do talk about not going for need. But they're obviously looking at the positions to fill the roster up. So we almost had our first Cowboy down before the season started with Jerry Jones. Yeah. Ty at 3. I don't disagree at all. Yeah, I could see that happening, man. I could see that happening. Again, something's going to surprise us and shock us. I think it's more likely for the Cardinals to trade back in the first round, but we'll see. I'll be surprised if we let McLaurin go. I could see a contract restructuring happening. Yeah, I think it's more likely for a contract restructure. And I think with the guy that Terry McLaurin is, he's probably going to take that. So I could see that, but they could release him ultimately. That's a lot of money that he's taken up. Do you think another and will be in the first round other than Mendoza? I think no. If you mean quarterback, I think Ty Simpson could go in the first. And yeah. So Vrabel's body language was not of the confident, stoic dude you're used to seeing. With the new picks being released with Rossini, you can see he didn't have time to even process all the noise. Wow, that's sad. But I mean, I can't really feel too bad for the guy when he had a wife and he cheated. So I can't really feel bad for him there. But make sure y'all click that like button if you have not done so. Let's get up to 100 likes in the stream. We're close. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button as well to join the family on the road to 5K. But that's interesting with Vrabel. That's interesting with Vrabel, man. Can't believe it. 20 minutes until the NFL draft begins. 20 minutes until the NFL draft begins. I am excited. Ugly for Coach Mike. New photos of he and Rossini kissing in a bar 6 years ago. I just hope he came completely clean with his wife and fam before deciding to go to counseling. Yeah, I hope he can. That's the best thing to do, is come completely clean, because you did it. Everyone's seen it. The best thing to do is come completely clean. I totally agree. The truth is the best. No matter how it affects you, you got to swallow it, take it, pause, hold, pause. But yeah, I think that's the best decision for Vrabel as well. He's not even going to be. He's not going to be there on Saturday, and the Patriots have 8 picks. He's going for counseling. Why couldn't you just go to counseling on Monday? It's very interesting. Hey, yeah. Come on, man. You know what I meant to say. Totally agree. Don't feel bad for him. He made the mess, and it really screws his team because it's such a huge distraction. It does, and people. There's a 37% chance per Kalshi Sports that Mike Vrabel resigns or that he's fired. That's interesting, man. That shakes up the whole Patriots franchise. They just made the Super Bowl in Vrabel's first year. It's very interesting. Pause. But if he didn't, it'll be a new adventure in pain for Vrabel. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I'm excited. I wish we could kind of skip to pick number 3. For me, I want to skip to pick number 3. I think that's what I'd rather do. Because that is where the draft starts for me. That's where the actual draft starts. Skip to pick number 3, and then we're good. We're good. He cheated on his wife and he got burned. He did. He did. So that's what you get, So it's gonna be interesting though. A lot of weird stuff around that, but we're staying Commanders focused here. Right now, the draft next year is in DC. Which is gonna be awesome. Cannot wait for that. But I still think Delane is the pick. It's gonna be awesome. Who do you think the Giants pick at 10? I think it's gonna be an offensive lineman. So I think the Giants go at 5, Caleb Downs, and an offensive lineman at 10. Or at 5, Jordan Tyson. But I see that being the case. I know it's next year, but the plan is to fly to DC for the draft. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Because you said you were in Hawaii, so that's awesome. I told you a month. By the way, Corey, thank you for being a member of the channel. Really, really appreciate it. I told you a month and a half ago that Love wouldn't make it past 5. What do you think now? You're exactly right. You are exactly right, my guy. I can't say anything else. Maybe I think I probably was spitting that Love could make it to 7. You are exactly right. He's not making it past 5. So, and if he does, we got him. Do we really have to wait 8 minutes just for Mendoza? Yeah, sadly. But I mean, the intense part of this is going to be there. So I'm not that mad. And she cheated on her husband, but back to our regular scheduled program, bring it back in, Carter. Yeah. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. Styles or Downs for us. Styles isn't going to be there, so we can rule him out. Downs, if he's there, depending on who's there, I think it's probably going to be Downs if he's there. But I don't see him being there. So I don't think either guy will be there when it comes down to it. But if Downs is there, then I think Downs is the pick. And then if Styles would somehow fall, he's over everyone. So did you see Caleb Downs walk in? It was Aura. No, I did not. So I've been on stream since 6:45. So we've been on stream for an hour. So I've not seen really anything surrounding the draft, like players walking in or anything like that. So I've not been able to catch that. But I'm sure it was Aura. Caleb Downs is a guy that he has a lot of aura. So, Okay. So let's see if we have any new rumors or updates here on the draft. We got our second super chat of the night. Steve Hatfield, really appreciate you. Thank you so much, my guy. You're always active in the comment section, always putting out PSAs, always doing great things for the channel. Really appreciate you, Steve, for all your support. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for the super chat. Really, really do appreciate you. That is our second super chat of the night. So we are feeling good. Draft is in 15 minutes, and we just got to keep going. We just got to keep rambling about this football team, because I genuinely love talking about the draft. I love talking about the draft. It's so awesome. It's so fun. And I could talk about it all day. And now we only have to talk about it for 15 more minutes. That's it. I think we were all trying to speak Love at 7 into existence, although the possibility of it happening is almost non-existent. Exactly. And I think we were trying to have a little bit of fun with it. When you're 3 weeks away from the draft or whatever, obviously you're going to kind of make things that probably aren't going to happen into reality, right? So Hey, Carter, how you doing? Who do you see the Commanders take at pick 7? I just tuned in. What's going on, Todd? My guy. Hope your night's going well. Hope your job's going well, going great as well. As you talk about that as well, comment about that as well. Hopefully that goes well. It's going well for you. But take a pick 7, Mansoor Delane. I think the Commanders pick Mansoor Delane at 7. That's what I see with the way the board falls. So that was my final mock. I'm scared the Cowgirls going to trade Pickens to move up above us in the Giants. I mean, he just signed his franchise tag, which allows him to be traded, but I don't think so. Keep the channel healthy, please. Carter's the future of Commanders content, in my opinion. I know a lot of y'all feel the same. Really appreciate you, Steve. Again, as always, again. And yes, got to keep the channel healthy. You know it, man. Some executives said Caleb Downs is a future Hall of Famer. They don't say that about everyone else in the draft. They certainly don't. And the thing about Downs is, again, he's undervalued by a lot of people because of his position, which is safety. But I just feel like he's a really freaking good safety. And that's why he's a little bit undervalued, right? It's because he's a safety. So that's what I see. That's kind of my analysis of Caleb Downs is he's undervalued. Not many people talk about him, but he's going to be a really good player in this league, no matter where he falls to. He's going to be a really good player in this league. And so I respect him. And if the Washington Commanders take him, I won't be mad at all. That's, one of the best players in the class, if not the best player in the class. That's the quarterback of a defense. So it is awesome, though, that we are 13 minutes away from the NFL draft. We've been talking about it for so long, and now it's actually here. Tonight's the night. So we got some new viewers in the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button if you just joined. Smash that subscribe button if you have not done so already. To join the family on the road to 5K, we got our third super chat of the night. Wayne, my guy, always supporting out there in Hawaii. Man, really appreciate you for the super chat. Cannot thank you enough for your generosity, taking the time, sending this donation. Really appreciate you. He says, appreciate your diligence and consistency. I really appreciate you. This channel runs because of y'all. So, again, really, really appreciate you. I like Downs because we need a green dot guy. And Downs is, he could be the quarterback of the defense. He is that green dot guy. He's literally that green dot guy. So that's why I like him as well. If we drafted Styles, he could be the green dot guy as well. So, but that is a major reason I like him as well, is because he could be the quarterback of the defense. He's a leader. He has that commander's tag. So, yeah, I agree. I like Delane. He was good at Virginia Tech. Yeah, he was. I heard he was really good at LSU. I watched film with him. I'm a huge Tech fan. That's awesome. He was good at Virginia Tech. He could be the pick. Tate and Lemon. Yeah, Tate, Lemon, top 2 receivers in the class. Possibly Jordan Tyson is up there as well. So we'll see. Jerry is the most wacky and unpredictable GM there is. He's a paradox. You never know what he's willing to do, yet you can always be sure he'll cost himself as much money as possible. Yeah, he will always do that. He does not make smart decisions. You're definitely right. Players I'll buy a jersey for. Love, Styles, Downs, Delane. A Delane jersey would be so tough. Oh, that would be tough. Yeah, I agree with that list. I would buy jerseys for those guys, all of them. Possibly, I'll probably end up buying the jersey for the first rounder anyway. So, did you know that if Love is taken at 3, he will be the highest paid running back in the NFL because of the scale structure per Schefter? Yes, I did know that. We have the second most cap space in the NFL, so we can pay a guy like Love. So it doesn't really matter for us. Draft starts in 10 minutes, baby. 10 minutes before the NFL draft. The NFL is the best reality show there is. The NFL is the greatest thing ever created. I'm 100% confirmed. I'm 100% on my take of that. And the Washington Commanders, they're probably picking at 8. Nah, probably 9, 15, somewhere in that range. So we still have a little while to wait for the Commanders pick, but it's going to be awesome to see what happens at the top of the draft. And at the top of the draft, that dictates what's going to happen at number 7. I say we draft Delane. Yeah, I feel the same way. I mocked him to Washington yesterday, as I've said 10,000 times today. I feel like it's Delane. John Keim mocked Delane to Washington. I think the Commanders want to draft a defensive player, and so I think that's going to ultimately result in Delane. And I think with the way the board falls, Delane's going to be the guy that they choose. I think Delane is the best overall football player in this draft. I disagree with that. I definitely disagree with that. But I don't hate you for saying that because he's considered a top 10 pick for a reason. But I wouldn't agree with that. We didn't meet with Delane much for sure. For sure. He had a good combine, he had a good pro day, but we did not meet with him as much. I hear you. I hear you. You were not wrong there. If we get Delane, I'm hoping for that Champ Bailey or pick 7. Yes, Champ Bailey. The last time the Washington Commanders had pick 7, they picked Champ Bailey. Champ Bailey was not great with the Redskins, but it was great with the Broncos. So, yeah. I think we're going to trade out of 7. Hopefully, with the way I think this board's going to fall, I hope we trade out. Huge party next year when the draft is in DC. Yes, sir. It's supposed to be one of the best drafts in a long time. Also, teams don't want to trade 2027 draft choices. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. DC, might think about pulling up for that, but I'll probably most likely be on stream here on this channel. Hopefully, we'll be at like 10,000 subscribers by that time. It's going to be a great year. That's going to be awesome. So, yeah, I am going to be tuned in for that, obviously, and that's going to be so fun. I cannot wait for that. This year, obviously, in Pittsburgh, so you're going to see a lot of Steelers fans. The majority are going to be Steelers fans. So it'll be interesting to see, the turnout of Commanders fans tonight. But also next year, there's going to be so many Commanders fans. It's going to be crazy. So I'm super stoked, super hyped for that. Super hyped for that. But right now, we are 8 minutes away from the 2026 NFL Draft. 8 minutes away, baby. So it's gonna be an exciting start to this draft. Mendoza's going 1. Bailey is going 2. I assume Bailey's going 2, but that'll be the first thing that shocks me if Bailey does not go 2. That'll be the first thing that shocks me. Like that for me is that's gonna shock me if Bailey does not go number 2. I think Bailey's going to go number 2, and the Jets pick at 16 as well, so they got a lot. I'm pumped. Have fun, chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are going to have a great time over here, man. It's going to be awesome. Why do these last 10 minutes seem longer than the last month? Yeah, really today, in general, today felt really long. Today felt really long, like just getting through the day. Again, I told you the draft controlled my mind all day. So, yeah, it did. It felt really long. Pause. But yeah, I do not disagree with that. So I hear you. I definitely 100% hear you. Make sure you click that like button if you're just coming in. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed yet. On the road to 5K. But 8-minute rounds this year instead of 10. Yes, sir. I heard that. That's going to make this process a little bit better. Again, I expect Washington to be up around 9:15. I mean, I could be way off, but just assuming probably around that area. But 8 minutes, that's going to be a lot better. What's up, Mr. Carter? What's up? What's going on? What is going on, y'all? We are 6 minutes away from the 2026 NFL Draft. 6 minutes away. It's going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see what happens. I cannot wait to see what happens, man. I read about Bailey from Texas Tech. He put up a monster stats this past season. Carter, who does he remind you of? He doesn't really remind me of anybody, but he's going to be great. Like, he's going to be great. I know that for sure. He's going to be great in this league. So I'll be very excited to see what he turns into, but I think he's going to be great. That's why I think he's going number 2. 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. So great to see. 5 minutes. Yes, sir. I wonder what happens to Arvell Reese if Jets take Bailey. Reese could go 3 realistically, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, yikes. So great to see y'all here for this. Yeah. Yep. Join us on Lake Lewis this Friday, Fan Day, bro. I'll have to get on there. I had Lake Lewis on the channel last week, so I have to get on there. 20-1, they boo Goodell. They're definitely going to boo Goodell. That's one of the funniest things. That is one of the funniest things every year is when they boo Goodell when he walks out. I love that. And then also 20-1 is going to be Do they play an ad before the Commanders pick this year? Are they going to play an ad for the Commanders pick this year before the Commanders pick? I think they definitely are. It's a tradition. One of the weirdest things ever. Too. I'm gonna leave. Hopefully, Commanders pick someone good. All right. Have a great night. Make sure you come back for the reaction video. Video will be up after this stream, so make sure y'all come back for the reaction video. But I will be staying here all night, especially if Snyder's his escort. Yeah, I mean, Goodell walking out. That's so funny. Him getting booed by the NFL. Like, this is the guy that runs it, right? So it's just funny. But we are 4 minutes away now, baby. 4 minutes away. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night. We're up at 7 though. Jordan Tyson spoke to Scott Abraham. So Scott Abraham, Commanders beat reporter. Jordan Tyson just caught up with him recently. He said him and Jayden Daniels will be, quote, a match made in heaven, end quote. So that's interesting. That's what Jordan Tyson said about him and Jayden Daniels. Also, remember, Jordan Tyson talked about, the Commanders being the best visit for him. I don't think Tyson's going to be the pick. I think it could either be gone, or if I think he's there, I don't think that I don't think that I don't think that Tyson's going to be the pick, even if he's there. So we'll see. Checking in and out. TV's in the other room. Get my steps in. Yeah. You do whatever you feel like you need to do, my guy, Steve. Back. Yes, sir. Good to see you. Time is now. It is. Time is now. Time is now. But that's interesting to hear what Jordan Tyson said. Him and Jayden Daniels will be a match made in heaven. I love it. I love to hear it. And we are 3 minutes away from the 2026 NFL draft getting underway. This is going to be absolutely awesome. This reaction to this pick is going to be fire. This reaction to this pick is going to be fire. ABC some cheeks for not having a pre-show. Yeah, just turn on NFL Network, man. One thing about NFL Network that you cannot do is do not listen to what they have to say before the pick, because they will tip the pick. And then also, do not go on X unless you want to know who the pick's going to be 5 minutes before it happens. Do not go on X. Do not go on X. I will not be going on there. I chose your stream because I love the energy you bring. Really appreciate you, Danielle. I try to bring some energy. And when this pick comes in, man, it's going to be high energy. I can't afford it. Okay. That's a valid reason. But JD didn't text Tyson. He sent a text to Tate, so maybe some jealous. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. But we're 1 minute away from the 2026 NFL draft. They just went to commercial break. If we take Lemon, it's bad. If the Rams move up, they're the smartest team ever. We're not going to take Lemon. I think I can pretty much say that for sure. But if the Rams move up, yeah, the Rams could move up. They can move up to get Tyson. They can move up with us. They could trade up with us. That's very much in play. I'm watching NFL Network, and I'm also watching Knicks Hawks on Amazon Prime. Oh, Todd, my guy, Todd, man. He's got the stream up. He's got the Knicks Hawks NBA playoffs, and he's got NFL Network. That's the GOAT. 1 minute. Hail the Commanders. Yes, sir. Hail the Commanders as always, man. It's about to be 8 o'clock in a second. It is time for the 2026 NFL draft. The Washington Commanders, I believe they're going to select Mansour Delane. That is who I mocked to the Washington Commanders. That is who I got us taking. I believe Mansour Delane is the pick for the Washington Commanders, and it's draft night. It is draft night. It's gonna be crazy. I expect this to be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So we'll see what transpires, but I will be happy with Delane. Yeah, I'd be happy with it too. Again, just with the board, the way I think it's gonna fall, I think Delane's gonna have to be the pick. But the better situation for us getting Delane, for me, is a trade back. But it is 8 o'clock. The 2026 NFL draft is officially underway. 8 o'clock. We got a lot of time. It is time. Yes, sir. Hail to the Commanders. I cannot wait to see your reaction. The Redskins were winning Super Bowls in my youth. You've never experienced it. Yeah. And whenever we do win that Super Bowl, you're going to see my reaction right here. So, W starting. Yes, sir. It is starting, baby. It is starting. And it is rock and roll. It's time to rock and roll. Mendoza knows he's going number one. Mendoza sees himself on the TV right now. He looks nervous. Look at Jeremiah Love. Yes, sir. By the way, guys, one thing that I'll ask the chat tonight, please do not tip the pick in the chat. Please do not type the pick in the chat or tip the pick in the chat. Please do not do that. Just for me and then for everyone else. Do not do that, please. I'll ask nicely. I can't wait. Me either, man. We're up at 7 pretty soon. You know how quickly 7 comes? 7 comes really quickly. So we're going to be up very quick. I got the Hail Razor on. I got the draft hat on. And we're ready to rock and roll. And they are officially at the setup right now. The NFL draft is underway. This thing is epic. We're trading back with the Jets. We could trade back with the Jets to 16, grab pick 44. I'd love it. I'd be happy with it. For sure. Maybe 16 is a little bit far back for me, but here comes Roger Goodell, and they're obviously going to boo him. They're gonna boo Goodell as always. But a lot of Steelers fans, obviously, they're gonna boo Goodell as always as he comes out. And here we go. Here we go. Raiders are gonna be on the clock soon. Our Washington Commanders are gonna be on the clock at 7 pretty soon as well. He was booed for all y'all gamblers. Yeah, I know my dad was on that, probably gambling that he was gonna be booed. I'm sure he did something stupid like that, but that's what a lot of people do. It is draft time, baby. It's draft season. We are here. Roger Goodell still speaking. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a great night. And we are underway, baby. We are underway. The 2026 draft is underway. Roger Goodell still speaking. Pittsburgh be lit. Facts. DC is going to be lit next year, though. Our DC is going to be lit next year, though. So don't doubt that. Don't doubt that. We know the first pick is Fernando Mendoza. We know that. So just put on my Terry McLaurin Redskins jersey. Yes, sir, Todd. Love to see it. Always repping. All right, so Cam Hayward's up there, TJ Watt's up there, 2 Steelers, obviously. They are up there, and they're doing everything Steelers. All right. All right. Looking at the first pick, it's obviously going to be Fernando Mendoza. Looking at the 7th pick, I believe it's going to be David Bailey. It could be Arvell Reese, but it's go time in the 2026 NFL draft. Do not disturb mode is on. I don't care about anyone. I'm crazy for this. All right. John Kime says, if Jeremiah Love is at 7, gone. If he's not there and Sonny Styles is there, gone. If both not there, I still lean Delane. Possibly Caleb Downs. Not sure about Bain. They know more D help is needed. Of course, Carnell Tate is a possibility. Not sure how he's viewed in comparison. Okay. Mel Blunt up there. Yeah, he is. That's cool. But yeah, they're doing all this Steelers crap. Like, nobody cares about this BS, man. Wasting time. Hines was so good for the Steelers. Bro was a pros pro. He was. Wait till the draft becomes pay per view. You know it's coming. Most likely with the way things are now. And it's going to suck for me. But we'll just look for more. Oh, Ben Roethlisberger is here. Big Ben. They got Big Ben coming out here. All these Steeler fans, they're going to be hyped up, dude. Oh my gosh. They're going to be absolutely hyped up. Again, I just can't. This just gives me more ideas for next year. What's going to happen next year, right? What's going to happen next year in DC? Are they going to bring out, the greatest Redskins? Are they going to bring out Brian Mitchell, things of that, people of that nature? Like, we'll see. We'll see. We will absolutely see. Just come on, man. Get to the draft already. Terry's still kicking. Yep. Here we go. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock, baby. Fernando Mendoza is going to be the pick here. 7 minutes, 54 seconds for the Las Vegas Raiders to make their selection. The 2026 NFL Draft is officially now underway. And we are ready to rock. So, the Raiders War Room. Obviously, the Commanders are up in 6 picks from now. The Raiders are going to select Fernando Mendoza. This draft for me starts at pick number 2 or 3. So, we have a little while. Trade? No. We know it's going to be Fernando Mendoza. No questions. Appropriate that ESPN College Dudes announced the draft. Yeah. Didn't know Nick Saban does draft analysis. Yeah, he does. He's all into this stuff. But Fernando Mendoza coming into Las Vegas with Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady there as well. So that's going to be a good duo. That's going to be a good fit. Make sure you guys click the like button if you have not done so. Let's try to get to 100 likes in the stream. Click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already on the road to 5K. We already have 3 super chats. Any super chats are greatly appreciated and will be read first. Is it just me or is Fernando goofy as heck? He's goofy. He's goofy as crap. Everyone knows it, so it's not just you. It is not just you, my guy. But we all know who the pick's going to be. I'm sure that the pick will be in soon for the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't think, typically teams use up their time though. Yeah. So whoever said in the stream a little while ago, who's going to be the first to cry? It's going to be Fernando Mendoza for sure. I see his face right now. Why didn't Fernando go to Pittsburgh? He wanted to spend time with his family, which I cannot hate a man for doing that. I've heard the league encourages teams to take their time making their picks. They can run all the ads they sold for the broadcast. In real life, it would be like a fantasy draft. Yeah, exactly. And that I don't hate them for that. They got to do what they got to do. So, but 5:50 left of the clock for the Raiders. This time's going to ultimately go pretty quick tonight. Like I said, the number 7 pick is going to be here in a flash. So we're not really going to have to wait that long. Maybe Cowboys trade out Emerson Mendoza. Fernando is going to get torn up in the NFL. We'll see. We will see. I think it'll be okay. But he's not going to have to start right away, which is the good thing for him. Well, that is the good thing for Mendoza. But again, the draft starts at 2 or 3. The draft starts at 2 or 3. So it's no real big decision here. NFL loves goofy dudes. They do. That's one thing I can't disagree on. But so it looks like I'm not sure which one. So they're on the phone right now. Looks like, and they're obviously going to select Fernando Mendoza. So he's a great kid. I beat as well. Yeah, same. He's a great dude. He's a great guy. So I agree. We know who the pick is going to be. So we know who the pick's going to be. So there's not much anticipation for this first pick. But when we get to pick number 2, I'm so excited for pick number 2 as well. That's going to be really fun to watch because we don't know. David Bailey or Val Reese. One of the two, right? 4 minutes on the clock for the Raiders. The time is still going here for the Raiders, so they are still using up their time. I still assume though that they are going to select. We know they're going to select Mendoza. Probably just take it up a little bit more time. Who does our fans want to be the pick in the first round? Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love. That's who everyone wants is Jeremiah Love. So we'll see if he's there at 7, but I don't believe he's going to be there at 7. The pick is in. Okay. So do not go in the chat and spoil the pick. Please do not do that. The pick is in though. I'm going to flip to the starred page. The flipped. So I'm not going to look at the comment section. I'm not going to do that right now. But I believe it's going to be Fernando Mendoza. So probably for this first pick, probably going to be Mendoza, but we'll see. Actually, it is going to be Mendoza. Why did I say probably? All right. So the Raiders have made their selection. Their selection is done. They signed Kirk Cousins after being released by the Falcons, and now they're going to get their quarterback in Fernando Mendoza. And let me turn this. So, pick is in for the Raiders. Roger Goodell is going to come out in a second and announce the first overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. We're going to get that rocking. And I'm not looking at X the whole night. So I will not be on X. I will not be on Twitter whatsoever at all tonight and until after. Like when it's like 2 a.m. and I'm doom scrolling on X, I'll be there looking at, what people thought about our pick. But otherwise, not right now. I'm not going to look at the picks. Even though we know it's going to be Mendoza, I'm not going to look at the picks all night. I'm not going to do that. Here comes Roger Goodell. We know who it's going to be, though. It's going to be Fernando Mendoza. So let's just make sure that it is. Hear that draft music. Yep, Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. Okay. Just as we expected, Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. That is exactly who it is. Now, this second pick is where the draft starts. This second pick is exactly where the draft starts. And now we can really watch. And this is where we're going to start to talk about the Commanders pick. And so this is where everything begins for the Washington Commanders is the Raiders or is the Jets pick. This is where everything begins is the Jets pick at number 2. No offense to Mendoza, but we don't really care anymore. Right. So, but the Washington Commanders are going to be up in a flash. So we don't have much time to wait. Let's see. We got 5 new comments. I say Caleb Downs. Did we get a Cornell Tate? Probably one of those guys. Ty Simpson, Stock Rose. Yes, it did. Are we surprised at all? No. After the Jets, then it's going to get spicy. Or the Jets could take maybe not David Bailey. I expect it to be David Bailey, but maybe they could take another guy that isn't David Bailey, right? We'll see. But draft starts at Arizona. I believe you're right. And they'll be picking in literally 16 minutes, around 16 minutes. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. It is going to be absolutely be awesome. So Mendoza goes to the Raiders. Mendoza has gone to the Raiders. Obviously, as we expected, Mendoza goes number 1 overall. Nothing is surprising there. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already on the road to 5K. Click that like button in the stream if you have not done that yet either. Okay, so now the real NFL draft begins. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be awesome to see who the Jets pick. From Ohio State, from Ohio, but a Washington Redskins fan, so I want an Ohio State player. That's cool. That's cool. I feel you. I feel that. Right, wanting an Ohio State player. I like that. Who goes 2? David Bailey. I think David Bailey is going to go number 2. That is who I believe you'll see at pick number 2. But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Bailey, right? Yeah, it's going to be Bailey, I think. I think that's who it's going to be. But they could go Arvell Reese. Could see Arvell Reese here too. So I think it's going to be David Bailey or Arvell Reese at pick number 2. That's what it's going to be for me. But we'll see. The Jets are about to be on the clock. The Jets have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to put in their pick. So, yeah, the Jets literally have 3 minutes to put in their pick. Okay, so Jets 3 minutes 15 seconds to put their pick in. So again, like I said, these are going to go really fast, really fast. These picks. So it's time for the Jets. It is time for the Jets to pick. This is where the draft starts for us. And we'll see who they decide to take. Bro, I told y'all don't spoil the picks. Like, do not put that in the chat. Like, I don't need to see that. But we'll see who they take though. All right, the pick is in. The pick is in for the New York Jets. Is it going to be David Bailey? Is it going to be Arvell Reese? I think it's going to be one of those two guys. I think it's going to be David Bailey or Arvell Reese for the New York Jets. And then after that, the real draft starts there. So wow, so the Cardinals are already 30 seconds into their pick. So we're going to get to 7 lightning fast, y'all. This is going to be crazy. This draft isn't even going to be that long, honestly. So we might not go to 11 or 12 like I thought we would, but make sure y'all click that like button if you just joined, click that subscribe button if you're new to this channel on the road to 5K. Click that subscribe button to show support, and it's free. But let's see who the Jets took. Again, I think it's David Bailey or Arvell Reese. I would lean towards David Bailey, but we'll see who they want. And they pick back up at 16, so they don't have long to wait. We'll see who the pick is. Ultimately, though, it's going to be a edge defender / linebacker, right? So the Cardinals are going to have like 3 minutes left when we get this Jets pick in as well. Okay. We are about to listen to this Jets pick. I'm not flipping the chat, y'all, because I don't trust y'all. Y'all are going to tip the pick and all that BS. Okay. Here we go. David Bailey. David Bailey. So I thought it would be David Bailey, and sure enough, it is David Bailey, who's going to be the pick for the New York Jets. That is interesting. That is interesting. Bailey is going to the to the Jets. So that's what I assumed would happen, and that is what has happened now. So David Bailey to the New York Jets. They have taken him. We'll see. We will see what's next for the Arizona Cardinals, but they have about 4 minutes on their clock. So this is where the draft starts. The draft starts at the Arizona Cardinals. Do they take Jeremiah Love, or do they trade down, or do they take Ty Simpson? It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a shock, and I'm all here for it. So we got David Bailey, obviously. Now we got to watch him go through, put his hat on. That's a clean draft hat. That boy clean. That Jets draft hat is clean, but that's besides the point. All right, here he comes out. So, Cardinals. Who is it going to be? Jeremiah Love, trade down, Ty Simpson. All right, Arizona Cardinals, definitely on the clock at this point. I know y'all are rolling in the comments, man. I cannot look. Y'all tip the pick too much. I tried to warn y'all, don't do that. I can't look at the comments, man. After 7, I will look at the comments for sure. But I just can't right now. All right, so David Bailey was the pick. So we have Fernando Mendoza, David Bailey. So far, my mock is right. So far, my mock draft is right. I had David Bailey, I had to the Jets, and I had Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. So my mock draft is right so far. Let's see who the third pick in the draft is. This will be interesting. Do the Cardinals want to trade down? They definitely want to, but we'll see if that happens. Or do they want to select Jeremiah Love? What's going to happen here? Cardinals have about 4 minutes left to make their selection. So all right, so David Bailey's still talking. Just waiting for them to put the Cardinals up on to see exactly how much time they have left. We'll see exactly how much time they have left. and then we'll get to it, man. We'll get to it. Number 7 pick is going to be up very soon. So any hopes of David Bailey going to the Commanders, that is debunked. I knew that that was going to happen. Other people, thought they may happen, but I knew that was never going to happen. So, all right. Cardinals, 2.5 minutes for the Arizona Cardinals. So the Cardinals have 2.5 minutes to make their selection. And my prediction is Jeremiah Love, I guess, but we'll see. We'll see. Is the pick in yet, or are they on the clock? So 2:03 for the Cardinals. So they could be trying to trade down here. Okay, they're standing up, they're clapping. Did they trade down or did they make the pick? Did they trade down or did they make a pick? So Jeremiah Love, so they're talking Jeremiah Love right now. So it sounds like obviously they know something. Jeremiah Love's probably going to be the pick. And then our dreams are officially gone if Jeremiah Love is the pick, sadly. We'll have to see what Washington does, how they pivot, but this is where the draft starts, y'all. 1 minute, 23 seconds on the clock. It still doesn't say the pick is in, but we saw the Cardinals standing up clapping. Is this a trade back? Is this a trade back? I don't see that the pick is in yet. Obviously, I'm not following on X. I'm not looking at that. I know the pick's already in or whatever. So I'm not going to look at that. I'm not going to look at the comment section. Again, I will after pick number 7, our pick. All right, the pick is in. I think this is going to be Jeremiah Love. I think this is going to be Jeremiah Love here to the Cardinals. I think the smoke was real, but we'll see who that's going to be. We will see. It's huge for Washington if this is not Jeremiah Love, though. Keep hopes alive for the Love train if it is not Love. But I don't know who else it would be, to be honest with you. And the Cardinals badly wanted to trade back. Well, they're not going to do that. So the pick is already in. Okay. What do y'all think the pick is, man? What do y'all think the pick is for the Cardinals? I think Jeremiah Love. I would say Jeremiah Love. But all right, here comes Roger Goodell. This is where it gets interesting. Here we go. Don't know who it's going to be. This will be interesting. This will be interesting, guys. Who is it going to be? Jeremiah Love to the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, the dream is dead. The dream is dead for Jeremiah Love. He is off the board to the Arizona Cardinals. So far, I believe my mock, I mocked Love to the Cardinals. So my mock is right so far. And the love train, where have you gone, Jeremiah Love? Oh man. Well, we felt like it wasn't a possibility, right, coming into this. So, it's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. But Love is off the board to the Arizona Cardinals. That sucks. That sucks. That's the guy that we wanted. That's the guy that wanted to be on the Commanders too. So, oh man. The best player in the draft is off the board to the Arizona Cardinals. Washington Commanders have no shot at him. So, no more shot at Jeremiah Love. Now we're going to have to pivot. Where does Sonny Styles go? Is Sonny Styles the next pick in this draft? Is Sonny Styles the pick for the Titans? Is Sonny Styles the pick for the Titans? Because if he is, that's also major for the Commanders. But if he isn't, that's huge for the Washington Commanders as well. And that could mean, could he fall to 7? Could he fall to 7, baby? So we'll have to see what the Titans do. Do they ruin the day and go Sonny Styles, or do they do something else? All right. The Titans probably have about 3 minutes left on their clock. I'm sure the nation probably knows the pick. But again, I'm not checking X tonight. I'm not checking my comment section tonight. So I will be fully live reacting. I don't know who these picks are. So, but Jeremiah Love's going to hold up his jersey. That's clean, man. That's clean. It's a clean jersey with the love on the back. But the Jeremiah Love dream's dead. The Jeremiah Love's dream is dead. So now it's the Titans' turn. Do they take Sonny Styles? The dream would be for the Titans to take dream would be for the Titans to take Ruben Bain. Dream would be for the Titans to take Ruben Bain. I hope I pray to God it's Ruben Bain. I pray to God it's Ruben Bain. But I don't see that happening. We got 93 in the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button for your boy. Smash that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already. We're trying to get to 5K. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Let's get it, man. So the Titans have about 2 minutes, 30 seconds probably left on their clock. We're going to see their pick soon in a second. I don't have a clue what they're going to do. I would guess Sonny Styles, actually. But I don't know. I would guess Styles. But we'll see. You never know what the Titans can do. Again, the dream is Ruben Bain Jr. The dream is absolutely Ruben Bain Jr. Absolutely Ruben Bain Jr. But do I feel like that's going to happen? Probably not. Probably not. So, Fernando Mendoza, number 1. David Bailey, number 2. Jeremiah Love, number 3. No more chance at Love. No more chance at Love. But now we're going to have the Titans on the clock, and we'll see. The Washington Commanders are going to be up at pick 7 very, very soon as well. So we don't have to wait long for them. We got 100 in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. If you're just joining, smash that subscribe button. If you're not a part of the family already, on the push to 5K. Need all of y'all to subscribe to help me get to that point. Jeremiah Love just went off the board. That's a bummer. That sucks, but we still pivot. We still get back, and let's go. The Tennessee Titans pick is in. The Tennessee Titans pick is in, baby. Okay. The pick is in for the Tennessee Titans. Who is the selection? This is big for the Washington Commanders. Who is the selection for the Tennessee Titans? Is it going to be Sonny Styles, or is it going to be Ruben Bain Jr.? Probably not him. Who else could it be but Sonny Styles? Who else could it be but Sonny Styles? I muted my TV just because I don't want to hear freaking dumbass Schefter. So I don't want to hear that. All right. We'll wait for Roger Goodell to get on the stage. We'll listen to the pick. This really decides who the Commanders are going to select. So y'all need to lock in and pay attention, man. This really decides who the Commanders are going to pick here. If Sonny Styles falls, this will be interesting. All right. So here we go. Now the Titans pick is in. They're not trading back, obviously. Let's see who this pick is going to be. Roger Goodell is going to come to the stage. And Tennessee Titans football. Who are they going to get? Who are they going to get? Here comes Roger Goodell. Turn the TV up, baby. All righty. So the Titans selection. This really decides a lot about the Washington Commanders. Pick. Who is it going to be? Cornell Tate. Wow. Wow. Cornell Tate. Wow. I told y'all I felt like Cornell Tate would be off the board by the time of pick number 7. And Carnell Tate, one of the top guys on the Washington Commanders board, is off the board now. Wow, Carnell Tate is gone. That is a bomb right now. No, so Mendoza, Bailey, Love, Tate, Sonny Styles is still on the board. The Commanders are up at pick number 7. Sonny Styles is still on the board. Okay, Styles on the board. Arvell Reese is still on the board. Arvell Reese is still on the board. Wow. Wow. Carnell Tate, way too high for me. I didn't even want to take him at 7. The Tennessee Titans go wide receiver, Carnell Tate out of Ohio State. I was not expecting that. Corey Reese, Styles or Downs will be there at 7. Hopefully, one of those guys will be there. That is crazy. That is crazy. Carnell Tate back in. Tate. Yeah, Tate is now off the board. Wow. I was not expecting that whatsoever. We got 105 in the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all smash that subscribe button if you're not already a part of the family. So, Carnell Tate to the Titans. Wow. I was not expecting that whatsoever, as you can see. Now it's gonna be interesting. This is gonna leave a top tier player for the Washington Commanders. Okay, there is going to be someone that's a high level player on the board for the Washington Commanders. Who is this going to be, baby? Oh my gosh, I'm hype after that. I was not expecting that. Here comes our rival, the New York Giants. They're going to be on the board. I mocked Caleb Downs. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I mocked Caleb Downs. So we'll see what happens there. Carnell Tate to the Titans. I did not expect that, man. There is beauty in not looking at X and getting the pick spoiled to you, and not looking at your comment section and getting the pick spoiled to you. There is beauty in it, by the way. But wow. So Carnell Tate to the Titans. That is a shocker. That is something that I did not see happening. People see him as a wide receiver 2, and he went all the way at number 4. So the Washington Commanders have no more chances at their guy, Carnell Tate. Everybody's mock who had Carnell Tate wiped out the window. Oh, boy. So I mocked Delane. I still think there's a chance for that, but we'll see what happens. That is absolutely insane. I'm still shocked by that pick. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I just did not expect that, man. I just did not expect that at all. So, wow. Now we're going to have to pivot, and there's going to be some good options here. There's going to be some really good options here. This is going to be awesome for the Commanders. There's going to be some really solid options here. Could it be Styles? Is Styles going to be there? Our guy, Sonny Styles. We got 43 new comments. Oh my gosh. I'm not looking at the comment section. I'm sorry, y'all. I won't look at the comment section until after pick 7. Okay, here we go. The New York Giants pick is in. So we got 5 Giants, 6 Chiefs, 7 Commanders, 8 Saints coming up for you. And obviously I'll be here to cover them all. And we are going to go to commercial break. So commercial break for a little bit. But the pick is in for the New York Giants. So I'm sure a lot of people know what the pick is for the New York Giants already. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to be spoiled the pick. So I will not be looking at that. But I do know that there's a high probability that they take Sonny Styles. So, which would suck. I do think that they are in the mix for Sonny Styles. I could definitely see that happening. But again, I hope that's not the case. But yeah, so Giants pick is coming up next live. Again, I'm going to wait for that. I'm not going to let that pick be spoiled. But we got 120 in the chat. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you're not a part of the family already. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. It would really be appreciated on the road to 5K. I need all the help I can get. But what do we got here? What do we have here for the New York Giants? It's so tempting to go look on X right now and get the pick. But we're not going to do that. We are going to stay. We're going to have self-control. So, okay. My prediction for this is going to be Sonny Styles. I think it would be Sonny Styles for the Giants. I think it makes the most logical sense. Could they go Jordan Tyson? Could they go Jordan Tyson? Man, that would be crazy. But my prediction is going to be Sonny Styles for the New York Giants. I thought he'd be off the board by now, but if the New York Giants do not go Sonny Styles, Washington is in play. Washington is in play for Sonny Styles if he is not the pick right here. I believe the Browns are taking an offensive lineman, so I cannot wait any longer, man. I cannot wait any longer. This is crazy. Okay. I think it's going to be Sonny Styles. I don't know about y'all, but I feel Styles coming on. So we'll see. We will see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay. It's going to be Styles. It's going to be Styles. That's my final prediction. What if they went Jordan Tyson? What if they took one of those great wide receivers in the class? Like Tate's off the board, so they may pivot to Tyson. They may go, and they're not going to go Mekhi Lemon, but they may go Caleb Downs. So for me, this is between Caleb Downs, Orville Reese, and Sonny Styles. I forgot Orville Reese was still on the board too, though. That completely shocked me. Okay. They could go Orville Reese at this point too. That is crazy. That is crazy. They could go Orville Reese. So we will see. We will see what the Giants pick is, but they're about to be back from commercial break and we're going to get the pick. Hopefully it is nothing major. What if this was like a Ruben Bain? That would be awesome. But okay. So we're back. We're back. The pick is in for the New York Giants. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. Roger Goodell is going to come out to announce it very, very soon. Okay. So the Browns are on the clock, but the Giants, we have to hear this pick first. We have to hear this pick first. Roger Goodell, here he comes. Who are the New York Giants going to select, man? Who are they going to select? All right, let's go. All right, so they got to say all their stuff first with this sponsorship or whatever it is. All right. All right, come on, get to the pick, get to the pick, get to the pick. Who are the New York Giants going to select? All right. Roger Goodell's going to be on some BS and still start reading stuff off. And we are still waiting. We are still waiting. By this time, the Browns are going to already be picking. Here we go. Here we go. Who's the Giants pick going to be? Orville Reese. Okay. I thought that they would pick. I thought that they would pivot Orville Reese. So this is going to leave. The Browns are probably going to go offensive tackle. Do you understand what this means? Do you understand what this means for the Washington Commanders? Sonny Styles could still be on the board. Sonny Styles could still be on the board. We could be getting Sonny Styles. There is a chance that we get Sonny Styles. We got 101 new comments. I'm not checking them, man. I'm not going to go on there. I'm not going to go in the danger zone. But wow. Okay, so Orville Reese, the Giants, they select another edge defender, which is crazy in my opinion. Another edge defender for the Giants. Who's surprised? So this is crazy that they did that. Sonny Styles on the board. Okay. Sonny Styles is still on the board. So that's the target right now. I told y'all if Sonny Styles is there, then that's going to be the pick. So looking like Sonny Styles right now, if the Browns do not ruin it. I do not think the Browns are going to take Sonny Styles. I think they're going to take an offensive lineman. But I would love to see something shake up. Love to see something shake up. But right now, it looks like Arvell, or it looks like Sonny Styles, the Washington Commanders. It's looking like that is very, very realistic and a very big possibility right now. Okay. We will see who the Browns select. They're up at number 6. Their pick's probably already in. I don't know yet, but we'll wait and see. All right. So Arvell Reese is doing all his pictures and stuff, but we got to figure out who this Browns pick is. I could look on social media and get it right now, but I want my real raw reaction, so that's not going to happen. I'm going to try to keep it together. But if the Browns take an offensive lineman, like I think they will, I think the Browns will take an offensive lineman, then that means that the Washington Commanders are likely going to take Sonny Styles. If the Browns take an offensive lineman, the Commanders are going to take Sonny Styles. If not, and they take Sonny Styles, then Caleb Downs will be there. So you can't go wrong, baby. There's no going wrong here. The Titans took Carnell Tate, which is very odd. We did not expect that. That's going to shake up a lot of things. So this is going to get interesting. But right now on the clock is the Cleveland Browns. Right now on the clock is the Cleveland Browns here. So we had Mendoza 1. Number 2 was David Bailey. Number 3 was Jeremiah Love. Number 4 was Carnell Tate. Surprise. Number 5 was Arvell Reese. Now we have the Browns and our Washington Commanders. We have our Washington Commanders up next after the Browns. Okay, so it's going to be Styles or Downs, in my opinion. I think it's going to be Styles or Downs. If the Washington Commanders take a guy over Styles, fans are going to be irate. Oh, the Chiefs. The Browns have traded out of the 5th of the 6th pick, and the Chiefs are going to trade up. So the Kansas City Chiefs receive the 6th overall pick. The Browns receive the 9th overall pick, a 3rd rounder, and a 5th round pick. So we have our trade. We have a trade. The Cleveland Browns have now traded back with the Kansas City Chiefs. They will go back to 9. The Chiefs come up to 6. Who are the Chiefs up here to get? This is going to be interesting. Who are the Chiefs up here to get? I do not know. Is this Jordan Tyson? Do they feel like the Washington Commanders could take Tyson, so they want to trade up to get Tyson right away? Who is it going to be? It's going to be Sonny Styles. Wow. Okay. I'm shocked. I thought we could see some trade activity like that. I'm shocked. Here comes Roger Goodell to announce the pick. Who is it going to be for the Chiefs? They traded up. Who's it going to be? Here we go. Mansour Delane. I don't care. I'm glad. The Washington Commanders are on the clock right now. I'm glad. I don't care. I do not care. I'm glad. They took Mansour Delane. We have Jordan Tyson. We have Sonny Styles. We have Caleb Downs. We have every option that we wanted besides Jeremiah Love. This is great. Okay, I'm not going to look at my computer or phone. I cannot look at the pick. I want to be fully ready for this. So who are the Washington Commanders going to select? I am not going to look at my Mac. I'm not going to look at my phone. So we are not going to do that. We're going to simply wait like a normal human being, and we're going to have self-control, and I will react live to this Commanders pick. Make sure y'all smash that like button. If you just joined, smash that subscribe button. Every single subscriber matters. We're trying to get to 5K, baby. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button to help me out. We're 2 hours into streaming. The Chiefs selected Mansoor Delane. So let's take a look. So we have Fernando Mendoza, number 1. We had David Bailey, number 2. We had Jeremiah Love, number 3. We had Cornell Tate, number 4. And at number 5, we had Arvell Reese at number 6. The Chiefs traded up with the Browns to get Mansoor Delane. I'm not going to look at any notifications here. Nothing like that. I know the public has seen the Commanders pick. I am not going to look. We're simply going to wait. Okay, so Mansoor Delane is off the board. So that's who I mocked to Washington. I'm wrong. Who cares? We're in the thick of it right now. Okay. Styles is my prediction. I think it's going to be Styles. But they could go Caleb Downs and they could go Jordan Tyson. So watch out for that as well. Watch out for those two guys as well. But we just got to make it to this Commanders pick, man. See, 184 new comments in the chat. I'm not looking, man. I'm not looking. Cover my computer. Like, I'm not looking, bro. But the Washington Commanders are their pick's probably in. Unless they're trading back, their pick is probably in. So there's still a chance for the Commanders to trade back as well. Are they trading back? What's going to happen here? Are they trading back? If they are, I won't be mad. But if they select someone, I also won't. I think it's going to be Sonny Styles. I don't think there's any world where the Commanders do not take Sonny Styles. I think it's going to be Sonny Styles. There's no world where the Commanders don't take Sonny Styles, right? Right? So we'll see what happens, but I believe this is Sonny Styles. Okay. All right. The pick is in for the Washington Commanders. We're not trading back. The pick is in for the Washington Commanders. Fairly easy. Sonny Styles. The pick is in, baby. Adam Peters, they're showing the war room right now. This is the Washington Commanders 2026 first round pick. Okay. I believe it's going to be Sonny Styles, but I do not know. Here we go. The biggest part of the night tonight. Roger Goodell is going to come out to announce it. The Washington Commanders are selecting who? I think it's going to be Sonny Styles. So that's who I see. Come on, baby. Give me Styles. All right, so they're going to talk a little bit before the Commanders pick. But who is this going to be? I don't see many new comments coming in. So does that mean it's good? Oh, man, dude, I'm so nervous. Do they screw this up? Do they take Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Jordan Tyson? Who's it going to be? With the Washington Commanders pick it at number 7, who's it going to be? Please tell me it's Styles. No trade back offers. Yep, Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State. I thought it would be Sonny Styles, baby. We got our guy, Sonny Styles. Okay, so linebacker Sonny Styles, Ohio State, 6'5", 244, ran a 4.46 40-yard dash. This is a guy that is an athletic freak. He's an absolute athletic freak. And now we know the Washington Commanders pick. So that was huge to get that over with. Now we have Sonny Styles. So I like the pick. I like the pick a lot. We knew that if Styles was there, that was DQ's guy. That's who they wanted to take. And so the the Commanders are taking Sonny Styles. So I'm feeling good. I like this. I'm feeling good. This is an absolute freak. And so I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine with this. Sonny Styles was the guy all along. I had, I'll admit that I was wrong. Like, I said that Sonny Styles wasn't making it to 7, but I made countless videos saying Sonny Styles could be coming to the Washington Commanders. That every insider was predicting it. So this is good. Sonny Styles over Caleb Downs. Wow, no, it's not. Let's watch Styles. Let's watch our new commander. Oh man, just watch him put this hat on, baby. Let's watch him put this hat on, baby. There it is. Sonny Styles is a Washington Commander. 2025 first team All Big Ten Sonny Styles, that is. So I'm happy. You get another defensive beast, athletic freak. So this is who I thought, if he was there, this is who I thought would be the pick. You see the new Commanders jersey. Those new Commanders jerseys are fire. They are fire on that stage. Watch the film. You get Reese, Styles, Caleb at the same time. Trust your eye. Yeah, Styles though. So I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is a great pick. Everybody. We have Leo Chenal and Sonny Styles. We have Leo Chenal and Sonny Styles. I mean, come on. That's full of athletic freaks. So, wow, he's a beast. He's a Washington Commander. He's a beast. He's a Washington Commander. I love Sonny Styles, man. Great pick. I just had no. Hold up. Wow. So Sonny Styles, you can see how this is the Commanders guy. He said he told Coach Quinn he'd hope he'd be back soon. He's getting emotional. You can see this is the Commanders guy. So Sonny Styles is the dude, man. So I love it. I think it's great. I love the pick. I have no complaints whatsoever. This is probably the best possible outcome. On draft night. You have the Saints, the Browns, the Giants, and the Dolphins coming up. So this is probably the best outcome possible for the Washington Commanders is us taking Sonny Styles. Best outcome possible. We are so athletic at linebacker now. Leo Chenal, Sonny Styles, man. What a duo that is. Like that just really gets me hyped. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I would have loved to have a second rounder though. And I feel you. I get that, man. But you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And you have to have it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango, right? So ultimately, if no one's gonna trade back with you, like you gotta, pick up, you gotta pick a player. So they picked Sonny Styles, and I think they were very happy in doing that. Like AP is gonna go to the presser and the podium, and he's going to say, "We were really glad to get him." You forgot McGee and Luvu too. Exactly. I mean, McGee, Luvu, Chenal, Styles. So he's an off-ball linebacker. I mean, yeah. So we are rock solid on defense now. Yeah, Sonny Styles he's a dog, man. He's gonna get active. I agree. We lacked coverage and movement in the ILB position. Sorry. Bobby was just too slow. Loved him, but the scheme for him didn't. Inside linebacker, sorry. Bobby was just too slow. Loved him, but the scheme for him didn't work and didn't have enough support. This is huge. Yes, I agree with that. We're not solid yet. We still need another great cornerback. And tomorrow, I'm going to do a bunch of streams tomorrow afternoon leading up to the night 2 of the draft, and we're going to talk about the cornerback position, right? So they said if Styles was there at 7, there would be no trade. Exactly. That's what I told y'all. I told y'all before this. There would be no trade if Styles was there. No matter what is, no matter who's there, right? No matter what trade offers you have, Sonny Styles is the pick right away. So solidifies our defense. Very good pick. A cornerback. We still need a cornerback, but the defense is going to be a nasty pause for sure. For sure. Got to go get a good wide receiver in center for sure. I thought Styles would be gone. There's a new Sonny in town. Yeah, I thought Styles would be gone for sure. I thought Styles would be absolutely 100% gone, but he is not. And he is a Washington Commander now. I'm not sold, but I hope I'm wrong. I'm not disappointed, but I don't know. I'm worried because he seemed to jump to the forefront only because of his combine performance. And you might not be wrong, right? Wide receiver next. Could be. Other than a shutdown cornerback, we're going to be strong on defense. Yeah, we're going to be very strong on defense. They have made this defense so good, so solid. They have made this defense so solid. Where does Tyson go? We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. So the Saints are on the clock right now. The Saints are on the clock right now. So let's see. I know Jordan Schultz always has the picks in right away. I don't really care at this point. Is there a chance we trade a third in a pain for Brian Thomas Jr.? Probably not. I think they'd be looking for a first or a second for him. So the Saints are selecting Jordan Tyson. The Browns are selecting Spencer Fano. So the Saints are going to select Jordan Tyson. So that is where Jordan Tyson goes, number 8 to the New Orleans Saints. Cornell Tate already went at 4. So Mendoza, Bailey, Love, Tate, Reese, Delane, Styles, Tyson, Fano. That's how it's gone so far. Yep, Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson is the pick. Browns still get their offensive line and got extra picks. Smart move by them. Yes, sir. We need a good receiver, and we're not going to be able to find that in the 3rd round. No, you can. You can find a good receiver in the 3rd round. Maybe not an elite receiver. You can find a good receiver for sure. There he is. Yep. We got a gift. We did. We got a gift. We got Sonny Styles, man. Gosh, I love Sonny Styles, man. He's such an athletic freak. Glad we didn't take the gamble. Yeah. Who's are the pass rushers? Because Styles is the coverage linebacker, former safety. Who are the pass rushers? Sonny Styles. Yeah, he's an off-ball linebacker. Who are the pass rushers? Caleb Von Chason, Odafe Owe, Charles Omenihu. Are you kidding me? I see Giants taking Downs. Yeah, if he's there at 10, they'll probably take him or offensive line. That means Downs is going to the New York Giants. Probably. So should the Saints pick up Noah Brown for insurance? Probably. It's not like he's going to be hurt at all this year, right? For sure, G-Man get Downs. Yeah. Corey, what pass rusher did we get? We got a bunch this offseason. At this point, I consider signing Diggs at wide receiver for a year stop gap move, possibly over the summer type thing. Giants can F off. Facts. Damn, the Giants are taking Downs. Okay. So is that official? Wow. Okay. The Giants have selected Miami offensive tackle Francis Maui Goa. So Francis Mauigoa is a New York Giant. So they went Reese and Mauigoa. They did not go Downs. Wow. So the Giants are going with Mauigoa at 10. Giants are going with Mauigoa at 10, which I will take that 100%. Every single day out of the week, I will take that. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. But we got a new beast in DC, baby. Sonny Styles. Just great. Just great. Wait, they didn't get Downs. Let's go. They got an offensive lineman. The Giants get Francis Mauigoa at 10. The Giants get Francis Mauigoa at 10. So, yeah, that is their pick. I'm surprised they didn't go with Downs, but yeah, they said the Giants would go offensive line at 10. I thought so, right? I thought they could have gone offensive line. I also, though, I did see, I did see them going, with Caleb Downs possibly, but yeah. So the Giants have gone offensive line. Francis Mauigoa at 10. That is pretty cool. But I'm just excited about the Washington Commanders getting Sonny Styles. Like that is a dog. Do you guys realize how big that is? Do you realize how big that is? That is an absolute dog. I'm just shocked that we were able to get him. I'm shocked that we were able to get him. Did Tyson tear something on that hole and walk? Probably not, man. Actually, probably so. Let's be real. I'm totally getting a Styles jersey. I'm getting a Styles jersey. Like I'm already out of money, bro, but I don't even care at this point. Like if you select Sonny Styles, like I'm getting that, bro. I hope Downs doesn't drop to Dallas. Ooh, that's a good thought. That's a good thought. Sonny Styles, great pick left on the board, but Mansour Delane, Delane went before. So good coverage linebacker. Yes, sir. Styles is a dog. I agree. I totally 100% agree. Alexander Sonny Styles is a Washington Commander. Great to see it. You love to see it. He is not a pass rusher. No. He can, but he's not a pass rusher at heart. Okay, so the Giants are taking Francis Mauigoa. Let's see what the next pick is. Okay, we do not have the next pick in yet. So Francis Mauigoa is what we know at 10 for the New York Giants. That is what we know currently. Okay. We do not know anything else at this point, though. Francis Mauigoa to the Giants at 10. We do not know anything else at this time. I told y'all I didn't think the Commanders could disappoint me tonight. They definitely did not do that. How are we going to address receiver tomorrow night? They're going to have to address receiver tomorrow night. That's what it's going to have to be. So that's what they're going to have to do. Let's see if Jordan Schultz has that next pick out. No. So the next pick is not out yet. So again, we only know up to the Giants pick at number 10, which is Francis Mauigoa. We do not know pick number 11. We do not know pick number 11. So we got Sonny Styles, though. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I am very happy. Alexander Sonny Styles is a Washington Commander. I will be getting a jersey. This is crazy, though. Defense has been flooded with talent, man. We're back. We are absolutely back on defense, man. We are absolutely back on defense. If Styles is the number 02, that's going to be crazy. Hold up. Wait a second. We don't know who the Cowboys are going to take yet. Nah, we don't. Okay. But the Cowboys are going to have some pretty solid options, to be honest with you. They're going to have some good options. So they're going to have Ruben Bain. They're going to have Downs, maybe. Because the Cowboys are at 12. So that's crazy. Okay. All right, so Francis Mauigoa gets drafted by the Giants on TV. That was their pick. We knew that we got to find out what 11 is next. We got to find out exactly what 11 is next. And then 12 is the Dallas Cowboys. So the Cowboys have traded up to 11. The Cowboys are going to trade up to 11. So the Cowboys are now on the clock. They have traded up to pick number 11. That is crazy. Samoa Joe. But the Cowboys have traded up to pick number 11. Okay, so that is interesting. Make sure you click that like button, click that subscribe button if you have not done so yet. Okay, so the Dallas Cowboys are trading up a pick to pick number 11. I don't know why they decided to do that. I don't know why they decided to do that, but I guess they really like somebody who's still on the board. They don't want to risk losing him, but the Cowboys are trading back. I don't imagine they're going to give up. I don't imagine they're going to give up 20 on top of this since they're only trading back one spot. But we got to find out who the Cowboys took. I'll find that out in a second. I'm making this Sonny Styles thumbnail for after we are concluded here on the draft stream. Okay. All right, let's check who the Dallas Cowboys selected though first. Let's check who the Dallas Cowboys selected first. We'll see who they went ahead and went with. Okay. So I think, let's see. Okay. So the Cowboys have selected safety Caleb Downs. Well, don't listen to Ricky Scoops then. Like what? The Cowboys have selected Ohio State safety Caleb Downs at pick number 11. They traded with the Dolphins. There you go. Caleb Downs is a Dallas Cowboy. So that's what a lot of their fans wanted. That's what they get. So that is huge. That is crazy. So we'll see who the next pick is, but right now it is so this is going to be pick number 12 now up. So Mekhi Lemon, the Dolphins maybe, but Caleb Downs just went to the Cowboys, which sucks. But hey, I can't be mad. We got Sonny Styles. So I'm not even gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad whatsoever. We got Alexander Sonny Styles. Great pick by the Washington Commanders. So Sonny Styles was the Washington Commanders' target throughout the whole draft process. So the Dolphins get number 12 overall. They get pick 177 and 180. Wow. So okay, let's see what the next pick is. They do not have it out yet, but Caleb Downs went to the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't like that. Styles all the way. Super happy. Yeah, same. I'm very, very happy with the pick that the Washington Commanders made. I could not be more excited about that. That is huge. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Caleb Downs is going to hit his prime right as the Cowboys go into quarterback purgatory. Yeah, because we're a Styles away from the Super Bowl. We're not a Styles away from the Super Bowl, but he's gonna improve this roster a lot. He's gonna help this team out a lot. So, don't like the Downs one with the Cowboys. Me either. I don't like that either. I do not like that either. So, but hey, we got Sonny Styles. So that's already gonna scare the division enough. This just feels like we have adults running the front office at this point. We have adults running the front office. Why is there a Cowboys fan in the chat? I don't know, but y'all got Caleb Downs, so that you should be pretty happy right now. Caleb Downs is an absolute baller. So pick inside the franchise tag. Look for him to be traded. I already said that earlier. So yeah. Yeah. So we got Sonny Styles. Let's see who's next. So who's going to be the pick at 12? That's what we're trying to find right now. Trying to find pick number 12 right now. Jordan Schultz, do you have it? No, he still does not have it up. But that's interesting. That is interesting for sure. So, the Commanders take an off-ball linebacker at 7. What are we looking for tomorrow night? So we have 71, and we have 71, and that's it for tomorrow. We have one pick, which really it sucks. We have one pick, which is 71. They might try to trade up. I don't know. But one pick that is 71, that's going to have to be, in my eyes, a wide receiver or a corner. That's going to have to be a wide receiver or a corner. Dolphins are only 27 quality players away from the Super Bowl yet. I agree. Could we possibly trade Luvu now we got Styles? Nah, I don't think so. Leo and Sonny, we have the best linebacker tandem in the NFL. Facts. Leo, Sonny, and Luvu is going to be terrified. It is. I mean, you remember what Luvu was doing when in 2024 on that NFC Championship run? I mean, he was a dog. A little bit of an off year last year, but hey, like, I mean, he's going to get back to form. So McGee is a dog too. Exactly. McGee's jacked. Like, McGee is an absolute dog as well. So yeah, this is a crazy linebacker core. All right, but the Cowboys pick is now being announced on TV. We know it's Caleb Downs. We still don't have the next pick after that, which is the Dolphins. Makai Lemon 12? I think so. I think Makai Lemon's probably going 12. But we'll have to see. I love Downs, but he's small, so I'm not upset we didn't take him. Yeah, I'd rather have Styles. All day. How did the NFL let this happen? This is the best linebacker room you could have. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the best possible linebacker room that you could have. Luvu will be better now. He isn't forced into defensive end duty. Yeah, I believe Luvu was put into a lot of the wrong spots last year. Like, he'll be better. He'll be better this year, for sure. I think he'll be a lot better. But yeah, this is good. This is crazy. Sonny Styles is the pick. I'm all for it, man. I'm absolutely all for it. Like, I think this was your number one target. This was the number one guy on the Commanders board. So I just, this is exactly what they wanted. Exactly what they wanted. I mean, you look at Leo Chenal, 9.99 RAS, Sonny Styles, 10.00 RAS. Like, I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. We got our wish. Yes, sir. We most definitely did get our wish. I thought it could be Sonny Styles. I thought he would go before us. For sure. But here we are, and he did not. So on the clock now is the Dolphins on TV, but their pick's probably already in. Let's see what the Dolphins pick is, if we can get it. We don't have that yet. Okay, we do not have that yet. We do not know. I'm terrified for this league. For the league, we can blitz like crazy this year. Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, Durante Jones, like, oof. I mean, Sonny Styles. It's just he's just such an athletic freak. So, yeah. So Cornell Tate, 4th overall, Arvell Reese, 5th overall, Sonny Styles, 7th overall, Caleb Downs, 11th overall. So all those guys got taken. And so we heard Adam Peters talk about, we heard Adam Peters talk, and he talked about Sonny Styles. We knew he wanted Sonny Styles from there. Linebackers were our weakness. I'm so glad we got Styles. Same. We're gonna compete, but NFC is gonna be a dogfight. Yeah, fact. But you win dogfights with guys like Sonny Styles, in my opinion. So I love it. I love it. I love it, man. Still no word on the 12th pick, which is supposed to be the Dolphins. Thinking we got a trade or something. Defense isn't really going to be the issue this year. It's the offense we have to worry about now, and especially with Blau, right? So, yeah, we'll see. I bet Styles or Green Dot is a rookie, super smart, and this is a new defense for everyone. Yeah, I get that. Or Chanel. So, Giants, Titans, and the Cardinals did not make good picks in my opinion. So Giants, Art Reese, I like that pick. Titans, Tate, that's not great. Cardinals got Jeremiah Love. So I disagree with that. This is a solid pick for Washington, though. Overall, at the end of the day, this is a really solid pick for Washington. You're getting a really, really good player. You're getting a really good athletic player that I really, 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 really like. I really, really like Sonny Styles, and I have did the whole draft prospect. So, draft process. So the Dolphins, the pick is in. We still don't know the pick. I'm trying to find it. Giants could have picked down. So let's see what the pick is here. Let's see. Caden Proctor, tackle out of Alabama. Okay. So I wasn't expecting that. Caden Proctor is the Dolphin selection. That's interesting. Makai Lemon remains on the board. So Makai Lemon remains on the board. So Miami moved back one spot and they still got their guy, which I think is impressive. But wow. So, oh no, Rams are about to pick Makai Lemon. They are most definitely, yeah. Miami GM trying to get fired already. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that. So, but we'll see. We will absolutely see. LOL at Love and Tate. Love and Tate went before us. So, yeah. Cardinals have so many needs past running back on offense. Poor Love is going to have 1,200 yards per year with no playoffs until he changes teams in year 5 plus. Yeah. Sadly. They have Malik Benson. They have a lot of running backs. So, yeah, that's what sucks for most of these guys. They're going to have to wait, till 5 years in when they can change, until they change teams and switch teams. The Rams have selected Alabama quarterback. The Rams have selected Alabama quarterback. Wow. Alabama quarterback is off the board. So the Rams have selected Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama. Wow. Wow. Um, feels like a reach. Yeah. Um, but that's a shocker. The Rams didn't go with, they didn't go with anyone else. They didn't go with Mekhi Lemon. They didn't go with they didn't go with what's his name? Shoot. My boy from Oregon. Kane Sadiq. They didn't go with him? Like, wow. I had that in my mock draft. Wow. Wow. No one expected that. That's a bomb. The Rams have selected Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. That's a bomb. No one expected that. That's an absolute bomb. Wow. So that is wild. That is very wild. I cannot believe they just took Ty Simpson. This tells us this may be Stafford's last year. Sure. Rams basically saying this is Stafford's last year. Yep. Why? Because this is Stanford's last year and they won't be selecting high enough next year to get a good one. Yeah, you have a point. JP said that today. Yeah. I hate autocorrect. Mr. Fantastic type stuff there, LOL. Yeah. Simpsons stock rose high AF. Bitcoin in the beginning. Yeah, it was not like he did not have good value in the beginning. But wow, that's very, very surprising. That's very, very surprising. I am very surprised that they took Ty Simpson. That to me is crazy. So I would have expected like a Mekhi Lemon, right? Mekhi Lemon, a guy like that. Again, or even a Kane Sadiq, but they did not go that route, which is very interesting. They did not go that route. Ty Simpson overrated. Yeah, I think with the quarterback class, right, and the way that it is this year, you kind of have to take quarterbacks. Kind of have to take quarterbacks in spots that you're maybe uncomfortable with a little bit. You knew there was going to be reaches for quarterbacks. You knew there was going to be reaches for quarterbacks. Let me test this out real quick. See if I can, because my screen had not been working. Let's see if it works tonight. We're just going to test this out. I'm going to come back for a second. Okay. Wow. So my screen actually worked. Thank the Lord. Screen actually worked today. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's get back to business here, though. Baltimore could take Lemon here or the tight end. Yeah, I agree. Schrager said earlier he had it on good authority that Simpson would go way higher than expected. Yeah, I guess. Simpson that's really reached the guy only played one season. He did. And I don't get it. Let's see who pick number 14 is for the Ravens. Let's find that out. So Ty Simpson was loved in the Rams building, apparently. The question was whether or not LA would pull the trigger. They did. Best story to unfold the next 5 years is if Dart or Simpson is the more successful quarterback. Dart, I would say Dart, but I don't know because Dart already got a head start as well. So we'll see. But I just cannot believe that they did that. That is crazy. That is so wild. Like Dart's good. He's not good. He's not good, but he's fine. But that's just crazy, man. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. All right. So again, we're going to try to find pick number 14. And the Ravens have selected Penn State guard Vega Owane. So, okay. So the Ravens go with a guard. It felt like they were gonna go offensive lineman or defensive lineman. So this doesn't shock me. That's what the Ravens normally do. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not surprised really, but that's whew. Can he play center? I don't know. I don't think he's projected as the center. So just realized we have the most athletic linebacker duo in NFL history. Both have a 9.99 RAS score. Sonny Styles has a 10 RAS score, but Leo Chenal has a 9.99. Yeah. I mean, these dudes are athletic freaks. There's no other way to put it. There's nothing else to call them. These dudes are athletic freaks. Sonny Styles is the Washington Commander. Sonny Styles is the Washington Commander. Get excited because that is major. I mean, just go back to what Adam Peters said on Sonny Styles earlier on in the process. He said, quote, he's an impressive kid. He's a really impressive human. All the players on the team revere him. So, I mean, that's just why they picked him. Center's our biggest position of need. No, wide receiver. Wide receiver. Like I said, we're super solid on D all of a sudden. Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. So let's see who's up next. Who's that gonna be? Who is it? 15. The Bucks. The Bucks are at 15. Okay. So Ty Simpson is embarrassing himself right now. He's trying to get his coat buttoned. But that's crazy. I still find that crazy that the freaking we got a freaking dog, dude. We got a freaking dog. Who's Baltimore taking? Vega Ioane, offensive guard. Offensive guard Vega Ioane. That is who they're taking. So Ty Simpson goes at 13. I'm still shocked from that, but we are dogs. Yeah. That's what Washington is at this point. Hellraiser, by the way, Hellraiser check in. So is Stafford and Kirk Cousins texting each other right now? Possibly. Nah. I don't know. They're probably close, but probably not texting each other right now. Okay, so the Bucks are up at 15. We still don't know their pick. Okay, we still don't know the Bucks pick yet. Bucks go Kenny Sadiq. You've been wrong on every prediction, so no. Okay. See, we can try to find this. Stanford was made aware of the pick beforehand. Wow. Wow. Okay. So the Commanders are blessed. Yeah. Bucks resigned Otten. No. I think they did. I don't think he went to any because I know he was a target for the Commanders. I wanted him, but I can't remember. Did they re-sign him or not? I think they did. I think they did. Either way, though, the latest that we know is pick number 14, Vega Ioane to the Baltimore Ravens. That's what we know right now. You don't go that high for a backup. I agree. I agree. Bucks go Jared McCoy, Jermod McCoy, possibly. No, not this early. Not this early. I think he goes late first round. I think he goes late first round. Uh I'm trying to find out who this pick number 15 is for the Buccaneers. Trying to find that out. Still don't have that. Okay. Still don't have that pick. Is Lemon cooked? Nah, he'll get picked soon. Somebody will pick him soon. I think the Steelers could pick him if he lands, if he falls there. Lemon is falling. This night couldn't have gone any better. I agree. This night couldn't have gone any better. For me, this couldn't have gone any better whatsoever. Like I'm elated. Like I love this pick. I love Sonny Styles. I love what he does. I mean, I just love the pick. I just love the pick. I don't like the Cowboys getting downs though, sort of a downer. Yeah, for sure. But we still got Sonny Styles, so it doesn't really affect me. Make sure y'all click that like button if you have not done so. Click that subscribe button on the road to 5K. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. But yeah, Ravens took Vega Owane. We know that. We knew that that was gonna happen. So Jets probably take Lemon, but won't fall past the Panthers. Oh yeah, the Jets are back up at 16. Jets are back up at 16, actually. I forgot about that. So that makes some sense. So we have 15, the Bucks. Bucks kill Kenyon Sadiq, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Jets might take Lemon. I think the Jets will probably pull the trigger on Lemon, but I don't know for sure. But I think they'll probably pull the trigger on Lemon. Imagine having Sonny, Luvu, Leo, Cross, Robertson, Amos, and Mikey all on the line of scrimmage at cover zero. That'd be terrifying for opposing quarterbacks. Yeah, some of those names aren't so terrifying, but most of those names are terrifying. Leo and Sonny are going to be crazy together. Like, that is just the dream. I mean, that's just the dream. Like, that's exactly what you wanted. That's exactly what you wanted. So I could not be more happy right now with the pick that we made. Could not be more happy. Washington steals an athletic freak. The definition is Washington steals an athletic freak. That is what happened tonight. We stole an athletic freak. He wasn't supposed to be there. We stole him. We absolutely stole him. So I'm in love with what Washington has done. If you're male born on the islands, your two choices are offensive lineman or professional wrestler. Sounds like it. We need a name for our defense. They'll probably come up with one if it's good. We got to wait to see what it is. Reports earlier said Jaguars are trying to trade at the end of the first. Could see it happening, but wonder who would do it. I don't know. Again, I don't think the Commanders are doing that, but okay. So the Buccaneers have selected Miami pass rusher Ruben Bain. So Ruben Bain finally goes off the board. Okay. Bain's finally off the board. So 16 is probably going to be Mekhi Lemon. If I had to guess. Yeah. Tennessee Titans, they were the ones who let us get Sonny Styles. So I am sending a a huge thank you to them for sure. They are the ones who let us get Styles. So yeah, for sure. But okay. They blundered bad with Tate. Yeah, I don't like that selection at all for them. I don't like Tate at all for the Titans, man. I don't like it. I don't think that's a good option. So, Tate was the worst pick in the draft so far. Wide receiver 2 at 4 is insane. Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I didn't even want Tate at 7. I didn't even want Tate at 7. He's a wide receiver 2. So, that was my whole reasoning. So that was an awful pick by them. That was an awful pick by them, in my opinion. Yeah, I definitely didn't like that for them. But I mean, who cares? That let us get Sonny Styles, so I'll take it. Let's see if we can find out who this Jets pick is. The Jets have selected Oregon tight end Kenyon Sadiq. So Kenyon Sadiq is going. So the Bucks have selected Ruben Bain. The Jets have selected Kenyon Sadiq. Okay, so those are the next two picks. Make sure you click that like button, click that subscribe button if you're not part of the family already. Lemon and Sadiq need to get off the board before the Eagles pick. So Sadiq is off the board. Sadiq is off the board. Terry was a wide receiver 2 when drafted out of Ohio State. Yeah, but they didn't expect Terry. They didn't expect Terry McLaurin to be anything. They expected him to be a special teams guy. We expect Cardell Tate to be something. I think people thought AZ was bluffing, but once they picked Love, it seems like teams freaked out a bit. Yeah, I thought they were kind of bluffing as well. I'm so sorry for Love. Yeah, it's a little bit worrisome for Love, man. The Cardinals suck. Jets are going to be good in market. Who's their quarterback? Let's go. One less for the Eagles. Yep. Thank you, Jets. Yes, the Jets take Kenyon Sadiq. So that is done with. That is over with. Kenyon Sadiq is a Jet. So who's at 17? Who's at 17? Let's see. I forget. So we got the Lions, Vikings, Panthers, Cowboys again coming up. So I would love to have that second pick like the Cowboys have, man. I would love that so much. Okay, that's interesting though. That's interesting that they went. Kenyon Sadiq did the Jets. Bane giving half hugs to everyone. I was gonna say something. I'm not gonna say that anymore. Never mind. We're not gonna say that. Never mind. Okay. Jets will be good after next year. They have a slew of picks next year too. They have a slew of picks this year too. Lions go cornerback. Again, you make predictions every time and they're wrong. So I don't know if I should listen to you. Um, Reach and Bane should not be used in the same sentence. Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Um, but I mean, I'll take Styles. I love it. Love the pick. Love the draft pick. No problems with it whatsoever. And what are your thoughts on the 71st pick? Wide receiver or cornerback? Got to be a wide receiver or cornerback. We will talk. We will discuss about that, or we will discuss that tomorrow afternoon, morning. We'll discuss all that. Okay. We'll discuss what they can do at 71, but it's going to be a long wait from 32 to 71, man. It really is going to be. So wide receiver 100%. Yeah. It almost has to be a receiver. So the latest we know is the Jets are taking Kenyon Sadiq. We don't know the Lions at 17. We don't know the Vikings at 18. So we do not know what those guys are going to do yet, but we're going to try to find out soon. But the Jets make their second selection, and that one's going to be Kenyon Sadiq. So Jets purposely took the higher of the Cowboys 2 first round next year to go get quarterback. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think so too. We get Sue Cravens with the 7th overall pick. They're taking Blake Miller. Yo. So who Oh, you're not joking? Hold up. Wait, are you actually not trolling? Kevin Hart? Yeah, bro, Kevin's funny, dude. Uh no, you can't be serious because I don't even know who the frick Blake Miller is, bro. Like I literally don't know who Blake Miller is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I looked him up. He's an offensive lineman. So and the Lions need offensive lineman. So uh home run pick in my opinion can't go wrong with Sonny. He's a freak. He's an athletic freak. He's an athletic freak. Can't go wrong with him. I agree. See, oh, you weren't joking. How did you know that before, Kevin? What? Have selected Clemson offensive tackle Blake Miller. Blake Miller. I don't know who that is. I ain't gonna lie. So they're gonna take Blake Miller. That's interesting. Wow, that is interesting. We just hit 3 hours of streaming. Make sure y'all click that like button, click that subscribe button if you have not done so to join the family. I'll have my reaction video of Sunny Styles out later, but you already kind of saw my reaction, most of y'all. But can we mute Jeremy? Tired of his constant crying. Yeah, facts. Facts. I agree with that. Okay. So where are we at now? So we know. So we're with the Vikings. The Vikings are going to be. So the Vikings are going to be the team on the clock soon in a second. Vikings will take Dylan from Oregon. That's what a lot of people have said. So Dylan Thiemann. Okay. So 18 is where we are looking at this point. 18 is where we're looking at this point. The Vikings are up. We obviously know our Washington Commanders selected Sonny Styles. Again, I'll be out with the reaction video later. So we know Sonny Styles for the Commanders. Now I'm gonna be really intrigued with the Eagles pick. We're gonna look deep into the Eagles pick. That's gonna be big, is the Eagles pick. So I'm gonna look deep into that. Caleb Downs is gonna be a dog regardless who drafted him. Facts. I agree with that. I'm not necessarily that mad though that he was drafted by the Cowboys. I'm not that mad. Cowboys are almost back up at 20, actually. So um
It's been on year to year for a while now. After all the high fives and everything kind of settled in, but we got Sonny Styles and for I can't tell you how many reasons why we liked him, but it's you can go on and on about him, and we're thrilled to have him. And so to pick Sonny Styles at the 7th pick, yeah, didn't think he was going to be there. Thought there was a low chance. There was a chance, but it was an easy pick when he was there and we were on the clock. So a little bit about Sonny. I think
that was Commanders GM Adam Peters talking about the pick. So this was Peters talking to Kay Adams.
Unbelievable. Unbelievably impressive. But I'm saying that from a chatting perspective, from your evaluation.
This was a few weeks ago.
Sonny Styles, objectively.
Oh, he's outstanding. I mean, we went to their pro day last week, and they had 4 guys that are probably going to be picked in the top 10. That place is a factory, and they got great coaches, and the players are really well coached, and they're really good. And Sonny fits into that category. He's big, he's long, he's fast, he's athletic, he's really smart, he's a great leader. So, yeah, he's a really good player.
I told him I think like of all these things, but your football IQ is really what sort of pops a little bit. Can you speak to that a little bit from what you see?
Yeah, I mean, he gets those guys lined up. All the players on the team revere him. They talk about his leadership, his ability, his football IQ. The coaches do. So, I mean, if you talk to anybody there, he's going to be a team captain.
That was Adam Peters on Sonny Styles before the draft process. So, you heard it was pretty obvious that Adam Peters loved Sonny Styles. I've told y'all countless times for the past few days that it doesn't matter who's there or if we have any trade back offers. If Sonny Styles is there at 7, we're going to take him, and we knew that was going to be the pick. So very interesting. We need a running back like Emmett Johnson. They like him. They have interest in Emmett Johnson. So number 18 pick is in. Vikings have selected Florida defensive tackle Caleb Banks. Wow. So this is a guy with a lot of injuries. Caleb Banks is a guy with a lot of injuries. They took a risk there. Number 19 pick is in. The Panthers have selected Georgia offensive tackle Monroe Freeling. So A lot of offensive linemen are going off the board, but Monroe Freeling is the next one. So we have pick number 18, defensive tackle Caleb Banks. Pick 19, offensive tackle Monroe Freeling to the Panthers. We're now searching for pick 20 because pick 20 is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. So, and then the Eagles are at pick 23. So we got a lot of action coming up here within the division. I don't know who's taking Mekhi Lemon either, to be honest with you. I do not know. San Francisco gets Lemon. So where's San Francisco picking? I'm trying to think. So who's up next is 18 is Caleb Banks, 19 is Monroe Freeling, 20 is the Cowboys. So we got to figure out who the Cowboys pick is. That could be Mekhi Lemon. They still have a shot at Mekhi Lemon. If they got Mekhi Lemon, I'd be pretty pissed, to be honest with you. All right. So, Vikings obviously taking Caleb Banks. Number 19, Monroe Freeling. So, Pittsburgh about my last hope to take Lemon before Philly. Yeah. I don't know if Philly would pounce on that though. I hope Styles doesn't turn into Jamin Davis. I don't think he will. I hope not, but we'll see. This isn't Ron Rivera. We have actual adults running the front office, so I don't think he will, but we'll see. Oh boy. No. Eagles have traded up to the 20th pick. Divisional trade. Wow. So there has been an in-division trade. Philly has traded up with Dallas. Is this from Mekhi Lemon? I'm interested to see who they take now. So we'll see who they take, but I don't know. That all we know right now is that Philly has traded up with Dallas. So we'll see. Yeah, Eagles trade up with Dallas. They're taking Lemon. I'm guessing. I think it's gonna be Lemon. But I don't know. I'll have to keep looking at Jordan Schultz, what he has reported. He always has the picks really early. So is it Mekhi Lemon? I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can refresh it now. Peters just said, I don't see us trading up from 71, by the way. So, you know that's not going to happen now. Let's see. Okay. Terms update. Eagles now receive pick number 20 in the 7th rounder, while the Cowboys get picks number 23, 114 and 137. So that's a good trade. That's a good trade for the Cowboys. We still don't know who the Eagles selected, though. I guess Makai Lemon. I don't know. But I guess Makai Lemon. Yeah, I would just go with Makai Lemon, but I don't know. Eagles have selected USC wide receiver Makai Lemon. So Makai Lemon is a Philadelphia Eagle. So we know who the new Eagles player is. It's Makai Lemon. Listen to this.
Crickets. But crickets. It's crickets. So really just looking at my phone and nothing. So you know, we're through. So
Crickets. No one wanted to trade down. No one wanted to trade down whatsoever from the pick 7, by the way. Or no one wanted to trade up for pick 7. No one, absolutely no one wanted to trade up for pick 7, by the way. Just wanted to tell you all that. Wanted to let y'all know that that's what AP said. So the Eagles are taking Makai Lemon, though, with pick number 20. So we know AJ Brown's going to the Patriots after, but Makai Lemon is a Eagle now, so that's interesting. Am I thrilled about that? No, I'm not thrilled. Hopefully Makai Lemon is a bust. Yeah. With the likely trade of AJ Brown, the Eagles nabbed the Bolitnikov winner in Makai Lemon. So that was Jordan Schultz who said that. There's a helicopter. What the heck? But for the past 20 years, we have been trash, and picks like Sonny Styles in the first round is why. Bro, shut up. Like what? I guess we could sign Debo back or sign Stephon Diggs. There's options. There's options. What's the plan at receiver for us now? 71. 71. If not 71, then Brandon Ayuk, Stephon Diggs. You run out of options, man. You really do at some point. So yeah, they will have 2 small receivers. Yeah. Hopefully Makai is a bust. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hopefully he's a bust. Hopefully it does not work out in this league. But I'm pretty high on Makai Lemon, man. I'm pretty high on him. So Brandon coming to Washington, don't worry. Well, I mean, I don't even know if I want Brandon Ayuk like at this point. He's fat right now. So So 21st is 21st. 21st is the Pittsburgh Steelers, so they're up next, then Chargers, then then Cowboys. So we got to see who the Cowboys select. I have Monroe filling at 19. Yeah, maybe you did. Maybe you did. Is Mekhi the guy? He's the guy for the Eagles, I guess. He's the guy for the Eagles, I guess. So far, do you think Adam Peters has surrounded Jaden Daniels with enough talent in his rookie contract? No, not particularly. I think he's given him offensive line talent, but not necessarily players around him. So no, I would disagree. Let's see now. What Jordan Schultz has. Nothing. Okay. So we're waiting on the Steelers pick. Waiting on the Steelers pick right now. We just writing off Chig? No. No, we are not writing off Chig for sure. So I'm still trying to find what 21 is for the Steelers, but we'll see. Expects us to maybe trade for Booty. I wish, but I don't think so. Giants and Commanders for the NFC East. I don't know. I'm not that high on the Giants until I see them produce. So Mekhi Lemon, dude, he's still doing the head thing. He's still doing the head thing. He looks weird as hell. He was still doing that. Mekhi Lemon is weird as hell, bro. Like, what? Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see Mekhi Lemon do that? That was weird. That was so weird. But anyways, let's see what is the pick for the Steelers. I saw someone. Steelers have selected Arizona State offensive lineman Max. I don't know how to say his last name, but I've seen him out of Arizona State. Steelers, anyone got Lemon? The Eagles. The Eagles got Lemon. Ted Hurst or Surratt at 71. Give me Surratt. Let's see if we have any other picks. And besides, we know the Steelers. So the Steelers have selected Max I. I'll call him Max I So now 22 belongs to, I got to think who this draft. Let's see. 22 is the Chargers. 23 is the Cowboys. Okay. But the Steelers have picked an offensive lineman, so. Hey, man, what do you think about bringing back some of the guys? You mean wide receivers that we talked about? I mean, we already brought back De'Ami Brown. We got to go out and search, man. I don't know. In our 2024 run, there is not one time I said, you know what this team needs? A true wide receiver, too. It was always about the defense missing from the team. Facts. That's a great point. That's a very great point. And you're right about that. Our defense has now been shored up, and we just have to now get a really good wide receiver, really good cornerback, and the defense is shored up, and the offense is looking good too. So, yeah, I agree. I never said that either. AJ Brown replacement, yeah. And I don't know if y'all saw Mekhi Lemon, but he was doing the weird head thing again. Like, what are you doing? But anyways, if Jaden and Blau are elite, not stressed, yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find the 22nd pick. And then we're going to look at the 23rd pick. And then I'm going to go record this video on Sonny Styles breakdown. So expect that later tonight as well. But for right now, again, we just got to look. We got to see who it may be for the 22nd and 23rd picks. Steelers fans are still acting hype, even though they took an offensive lineman. Oh, man. I know that feeling. Let's see if we can find any other picks.
And you told your family you thought you were going to be a Washington Commander. Why did you think that?
Man, just a gut feeling. I don't know, just felt like the right place for me. That's where God wanted me to be. You know, I was in that building, a bunch of great people. So I felt drawn to
Sonny Styles, by the way.
When you met with the Commanders, Dan Quinn, Adam Peters, what do they tell you? How do they feel like they're going to utilize you best in this defense?
Yeah, I think there's a multitude of roles that I'll be able to do. You know, we didn't really define that totally. I think it's just based on the weapons we have on the defense. There's a lot of great players on that side of the ball. So whatever I can fit to help the team to win the best. You know, I think from what I hear from them, I think they feel like I still have a lot more to unlock in my game. So I'm excited they have the belief for me because I feel the same way.
You still have a lot of improvement, but you're still really dark.
Chargers pick is in.
What do you think you're going to bring to this defense, to this team? What would you say your strengths are right now?
You know, I say football intelligence. I would say versatility, and then I'll say physicality. You know, I think those three things I can do them at a really high level. You know, obviously I just keep getting better, keep grinding. You know, I'm happy where I'm at, but like I said, so much more work to be done. So I'm excited to get in the building and hopefully find a vet and get a lot better.
I'm trying to put myself in your shoes in this moment. What is this moment like for you?
So, the Chargers pick is in. Who did they select? We don't know yet. So we don't know who the Chargers selected. They're at 22. And then 23 is the Dallas Cowboys. Again, they got to make their selection. So Vrabel will leak the news he is getting fired to Rossini. I mean, hopefully he. That's funny. Hopefully he does get fired though, for the Patriots' sake. Sonny Styles is just 21 years old. Yeah, you know that's a really good pick. Really good pick. So I still don't see the Chargers pick. It's not up on any website, but that's an awesome pick. Yeah, it was an awesome pick. Yeah. Akeem Mesidor to the Chargers. Wow. Akeem Mesidor to the Chargers. Wow. So this dude's like actually really old. He's like 26, but he's a good player. So this is about where I expected him to go. So so yeah, Akeem Mesidor for the Chargers. Now it's the Dallas Cowboys in the clock. So I'm really invested in who the Dallas Cowboys take. I want to see who the Dallas Cowboys take. I want to see who the Dallas Cowboys took. Because they are back to 23. This was supposed to be the Eagles spot, but the Eagles traded up. So okay. So we don't know the Cowboys pick yet. But Cowboys pick next. Cowboys select any lineman named Tyler. Yeah. Yeah. Tyler Booker. Dang, I'm trying to find their pick. So I can go record this video of Sonny Styles, the breakdown. I'm trying to find this pick so I can go and record, get that out for y'all. But I do not see the Cowboys pick yet. So we'll wait till that comes in. I do want to react to a divisional opponent's pick. So I do want to react to that. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting though. I'm gonna be pissed though to wait till 71. Like that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. To wait from 32 to 71, that's gonna be awful. But I mean, there's nothing you can do. Cowboys, 3 minutes on the clock. Make sure y'all click that like button, click that subscribe button if you're not a part of the family already. With all these crazy picks, maybe we'll have a chance at a good receiver. Maybe. Still no Cowboys leak yet of a pick. So that's interesting. With all the O-line, we could get a wide receiver to fall. Maybe. All right, so Cowboys, 2 minutes, 23 seconds. Who could they even really select? Like, I would love to get Sonny's brother too. Yeah, so that's going to be more of a 209, 187 type pick right there. But the pick is in for the Dallas Cowboys. and they are taking pass rusher Malachi Lawrence out of UCF. So Cowboys get Caleb Downs and they get pass rusher Malachi Lawrence out of UCF. They're really trying to shore up and fix that defense. So, wow. Who are you least looking forward to? Reese, Downs, or Lemon? Reese, probably. I'd say Reese. But there's the Cowboys pick, y'all. That is the Cowboys pick. So, that is very interesting. The Cowboys take Malachi Lawrence. I was very high on him, so I like him a lot. But that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go and record this video. So this is not the last that you will see. This is not the last that you will see of me tonight. I will be back with another video around 10:45 breaking down Sonny Styles. Please click on that video and watch that. And you can really learn who Sonny Styles is and how great of a player he is. But that's going to do it for me right now. I am going to go record this video. You guys have a great rest of your night. I hope to see you back on my video. Make sure you click the like button on the way out, subscribe on the way out. I will see you guys next time. And I'll see you tomorrow night. If you don't pull up to the video tonight, I'll see you guys tomorrow night, right? If you don't pull up to the video tonight. But if you do pull up the video tonight, I'll see you in the video tonight. But we'll be streaming tomorrow night as well. So that's going to do it for me. Hail to the Washington Commanders. As always, good night. I'll be back.